Welcome back, everybody, to the Condor podcast. Today's a bit of a wacko Wednesday because we just have so many stories that I want to cover. And let me just go through them really quick. Kai got arrested again. We've got he's been arrested twice now, and I'm going to be clear. I'm pretty concerned, honestly, like genuinely, for Omnia's safety, and I want to bring up why. But I'm hoping that the motherfucker is actually like staying in prison this time. We have Hassan and Vaush both getting suspended from Twitch. Although, to my understanding, Vaush like knew he was going to get suspended, said he was going to get suspended, and said he was going to do it anyways, right? And they gave him a full like a full permanent suspension from Twitch, right? And I go, okay. I mean, like, he advocates for censorship. He knows he's going to get censored, and then he lets himself get censored. Okay, all right, living by your fucking principles, I guess. But fucking Hassan, who also advocates for people to get like censored and booted off of fucking platforms, sits there and goes, no. Everybody else, not me. I want to talk about that because that's just like, I don't care about the slurs themselves because someone like spammed a ton of them at him, and it's like, bro, there's like so fucking many. I didn't know. I had no fucking clue. But also, there's like a fucking clip that Bo Black showed, and it's literally just like all of those fucking slurs going off, which apparently YouTube is totally okay with. You can't say racial slurs towards like other groups, but you can say all of the racial slurs towards white people. Oh man. Also, I'm dealing with the cold. Also, what was it? Spider-Man, right? So, like, I don't know if you guys saw the shit going on Twitter. You guys know I'm a massive fucking comic book nerd, right? Absolutely. And like for 3 days, 3 or 4 days, Yellow Flash and a bunch of the comics channels were making fun of the whole Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales thing. And look, like I don't know how to make this any fucking clearer for people, right? But I'll try to give some examples, right? And we'll see we'll see if we can try to make this make sense. But also, like, Diorio like went on to say, like, for people that don't hate black people, both are Spider-Man. And I go, oh shit. I said, like, you're calling a bunch of people racist. He goes, it's not an outrageous leap if if they're going to deny reality. And then he goes on to say, oh, I was joking, bro. I wasn't calling anyone racist. I'm like, I got the tweets. I look, man, I think you fucking did, right? I mean, it's not a good look to fucking do it. I think you know that. But like, this whole like fucking backpedal thing, I don't know, like, I'll show the tweets. Chat, you let me know if you think I'm wrong about it. Aura is like flat out, no, he fucking was doing it. It's pretty fucking clear. I'm pretty much in agreement with Aura. Sen is like convinced that it's not that because Diorio made the other statement. I don't know. We'll see what you guys say. But before we jump into anything, I like to begin with, something funny. It's like a 2-minute, it's like a 2-minute long video from Libs of TikTok. Oh god. My throat is like literally fucking dying right now. Oh shit, there's a bunch of videos from Libs of TikTok. Hold on. What's this one? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have 2 videos, I guess. I guess we can play both. I mean, stuff to laugh at. Like I said, I'm gonna need to take like some waters or something. Redski, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
What's with the new PFP?
I don't know. I'm feeling mischievous right now.
Huh.
Hee hee.
The fuck was that?
I don't know. I'm feeling mischievous, Crow.
Dude, that's not a mischievous face. That's like the I don't even know what to call that face, but it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, the Stan Lee NFT story. I'm going to be talking about that when we get to the Spider-Man thing, because I wanted to rope it all into how Marvel is basically like bastardized a lot of their publishing. And when it came to like the Miles Morales thing, right? There were people like flat out going, "Well, Marvel says it is, and they're the publisher." I go like, "Bro, Marvel is like using Stan Lee's Twitter account to go sell fucking NFTs and talking about diversity, right? Like these people are bastards, like through and through, cold cut hearted bastards, right? Like they don't give a shit about any of this stuff, right? They literally fucking don't. Like this is modern Marvel. We're not talking about the Marvel that Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, and all these other legends were a part of, right? We're talking about the super fucking corporate structure that's infused into fucking Disney. But specifically, we're talking about the publishing arm that is morally and financially fucking bankrupt, right? Like they don't sell books, they cancel titles all the time. These are the motherfuckers. And I want to say, like, I can't really remember, but this is Marvel that gave us the new Warriors trailer. And I got to play it for you guys just so you understand why I do not like the fucking modern Marvel and the shit that they do, right? But like, if I have to accept, right, like because Marvel says that Miles Morales is Spider-Man, then I also have to accept that Riri Williams is Iron Man, right? Look,
Hell no.
yeah, I'm not like, dude, it's just at the end of the day, there's actually something really cute, and I got to show it to you guys. And I'm gonna ask you in chat. I'm gonna show you an image, okay? And if any of you are Power Rangers fans, you'll know exactly what this is. So, like when you see this helmet, right? You know who this guy is. Many people have been the Red Ranger, right? I think like oh God.
You good?
Yeah, really dying here. But there you go, right? Red Ranger, but which Red Ranger? You motherfuckers didn't watch Power Rangers, did you? Which Red Ranger is it? And don't say the fucking wrong one, because I know one of you bastards is going to try it. Zombie, when we get to the Spider-Man thing, I'll explain in better detail. No. Riri was Iron Man. Like she was given the Iron Man title. Like she was the Iron Man book. She was on the
she
cover.
like plagiarize Iron Man's work or something like that?
I don't know, dude. Like she's supposedly like more intelligent than Tony or something.
That's cringe.
Nah, I mean, dude, Jason. Who the fuck said Tommy? Well, actually, to be clear, it's either it's either Jason or Rocky, and everybody's gonna skip over Rocky and go right to Tommy anyways. But like, no, it's seriously, right? If you're a Power Rangers fan, right? And like a lot of us grew up with fucking Power Rangers, right? Well, in my age range, the guys like doing this fucking cringe fucking drama shit with the Spider-Man crap. Like they're in like what 20s and shit. Like Redsky, you probably didn't fucking grow up with this stuff. You're super young.
Didn't.
Yeah, exactly, right? But like, guys in our generation, we know this. We know who this is. We grew up with this shit. Fucking loved it. But when we see this, even though there's so many Red Rangers, bro, it's Jason, right? Even though there's two people that wear this fucking helmet, it's Jason, right? Like nobody gives a shit about Rocky, right? And again, the reason why is these are two white dudes, right? It's not just with fucking Miles because he's half black and half Puerto Rican. Everybody forgets this, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. They always go like the black Spider-Man's like technically. But he's both. He's got some Hispanic in him. Come on, like on the real Red Ranger. No, actually, he said it's fucking hilarious, right? Okay, so before we got on stream, we were talking about this in Discord, right? And fucking John goes, "You just tell the chat, right? When people see the Red Ranger, they think Jason. Nobody remembers Nobody remembers fucking Rocky, right?" And I asked Aura, hey Aura, can you give me the fucking Red Ranger helmet? And I'm gonna do that, right? So fucking Aura gives it to me. I put it into the Discord chat, and fucking Sen goes, Jason, like right away. It was great. He wasn't even in the fucking call. He just saw it. He was like, yeah, it's Jason. But like, okay. But like, let's watch some funny lips of TikTok video.
Oh boy.
Oh dude, they always have the best shit. Well,
They have
there's
some
two.
interesting stuff.
There's two. I saw one of these. I didn't see the other one. So normally their stuff's funny though.
Let's see. Oh.
I'm Queen City Feminist, and I'm standing in front of Compass Care, which is nestled on Eggert Road in Williamsville. And this is a crisis pregnancy center. This place lies to vulnerable pregnant people and gives them misinformation about abortion and uses...
You know, if I had to take my advice from whatever was in that building or whatever this thing is on the screen, I'll take the mystery of the building and just roll the fucking dice. I am totally okay with that.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
I mean, she's like they're a crisis pregnancy center. They lie to women. Please come to the abortion clinic where we can kill it instead.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's gonna piss somebody off. I should. The way I said that's gonna piss somebody off. Like, you know, okay. I gotta give my like fucking take. I think I've talked about this a little bit, right? Because there's a lot of fears like abortion might actually go away, and I'll be clear. Legally speaking, I'm pretty sure it should go away, right? Because it's something that Congress needs to put into law, right? And it's not in law, right? They tried to make this argument with the Supreme Court that 14th Amendment, and the justices are like flat out asking is like, how does that mean abortion, right? And if you look at the Roe v. Wade decision, like a lot of legal scholars have been like criticizing it, not in the sense that like, the justices are bad people or, they want to kill babies or anything stupid like that, but more like their legal decision just doesn't add up and it doesn't make sense because it says, okay. We have limits on abortion, but abortion is a thing, right? Okay, if it's a right, right? If it's a right, why would there be a limitation on that right? And I'm being dead serious, right? There's some issues with how they classified that ruling where it contradicts itself. And at the end of the day, it's not a fucking decision for the Supreme Court. It's a decision for legislators. But legislators will not agree on the language for abortion in the country, right? They just flat out won't do it. And the reason why you're seeing this happen in this with Supreme Court right now is there's a state, and I'm sorry guys, because it's probably the cold medicine or the smoke and everything. I'm forgetting it, Mississippi or something. But they basically had this policy that was 15 weeks. Okay, you can have an abortion up to 15 weeks. Now the reason why that's important is if you go to like European nations, which are far more progressive than here, right? Like way more to the left than it is over here. There's a like set to 12 weeks, right? Like a hard limit at 12 weeks. They do not go beyond it. So over here, they're like, okay, 15 weeks. And they decide to challenge it and sue and say, no, abortion to full term. Now, a lot of people agree with abortion, right? I have my reasons why I agree with it and don't agree with it. Like religious, like religious reasons, no, right? Now, in terms of actual legal reasons,
yes,
I think until you get to a point where you can actually define where life begins, right? Like an actual definition of it that people would agree to, and I don't think we ever will. I can definitely see why you would saw it be a thing, right? But this idea that 15 weeks isn't enough time to me, I don't understand it, right? Like realistically speaking, I do not understand it because we're talking about 3 months and 3 weeks. Okay. I can understand someone like missing their period and going on a little bit long, right? I can't fathom how you are like 3 months or almost 3 months into a pregnancy and you have no fucking clue, right?
Is that even possible?
I
Like, are
don't
there weird instances where it happens?
I don't think it is, right? Like I don't think it is. But you know, like like medical emergencies, there's already exceptions for that under this law,
Yeah.
right? I know that there was another state that had like this insane standard, and I think even they had medical, like actual health risk, right?
Yeah.
For the mother, it's okay. Now, I look at it and I go, it's really twisted to me that we're not like even talking about that stuff, right? We're not talking about why it can't be at 15 weeks. We're like, no, it has to be up to full term. And I go like, look, man, we have the medical technology, right? If a fetus is born prematurely, we can actually keep that fetus alive outside of the mother's womb, right?
Really? So
Yeah.
you're like saying incubation or something?
Yeah, we have the ability because there are times where a mother will have a premature birth or there's like a medical emergency, things of that nature, right? Can happen. And we do have the medical technology to actually keep the baby alive when that happens, right? And there are babies that are born at like 7 months and 8 months, right? And they grow up to be fully functioning, healthy adults without issues too, right? But can you imagine if we had the ability, like, to keep someone perfectly healthy, like, they can be born at like 7 to 8 months, and these people are saying, well, I want to abort up to 9 months. That to me, like that's disgusting to me.
Huh.
Like I'll be clear, right? If you have an abortion at like 1 month, like man, I get it, right? To me, I get it, right? But what girl? I'm confused. Our clowns supposed to be in circuses or chuckle balls? Goddamn, that was good. That was good, Nero. And I will get to the super chats here because I've been wanting to talk about this for a little bit. I'm sorry, but I've never understood why they can't just like tell me why we have to do it here. Like there's what usually winds up happening is it devolves into this whole, but what about rape and incest? And I go, look, I'm willing to talk about exemptions for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that there are some people who say flat out, not even for that. I disagree,
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's kind of fucked up.
Well, I understand why with rape, okay, in the sense that they say like one evil act doesn't justify another evil act. That would be their argument, right? I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do understand what they're saying, right? I don't agree with it, but I at least understand what they are saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Incest, though, I think incest across the board exemptions. I mean, I'm sure you're going to find someone really crazy, super far right that's like, even then, even if it's going to come out fucking deformed with 5 arms, they're like, do it, like
Jesus.
shit like that, right? I'm
Yeah.
sure you're going to find like some insane person, but realistically, people are willing to make exemptions for those. And even then, we're talking about less than 1% of abortions are done because of rape and incest. So over 99% are being done as contraception. If that's the case, all I see are like, and I'm going to say something that's going to be really, really slanderous and probably get me in a lot of trouble. All I see are like actual fucking whores hiding behind actual victims so that they don't have to be responsible. That's literally all I see. And I'm sure someone's going to go like and tell me like some fucking shit and go like, that's sexist and everything. But like guys don't really have any choice in what happens here, right? If we get someone pregnant and they want to abort the baby, we can't do anything about it. In fact, like bro, there's like this, honestly, like, oh man, I'm going to piss you guys off because we're watching like a Happy Fun video. And I promise you we'll go back to it, but
yeah, things kind of took a downward spiral.
Yeah, no, totally. Oh my gosh, this dude, I'm not gonna play this. Okay, I'm not gonna play this, but I want you to understand this is how men get to make a decision on abortion, right? Actually, I'm going to play it because I want to upset everybody.
Please help her to listen. Don't let her help her to listen.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh. They don't. It's not right. It isn't right.
I'm such a good dad.
I know, honey.
I took care of her kids too, and the guy that she's let back in her life doesn't even take care of his own kids.
Yeah, he raised that guy's kid.
No matter what happens, Tyler, you've done the right thing, man.
There you go. That's what men get to deal with, right? That's what men have to deal with. Like this girl got pregnant by this guy, right? And then she breaks up with him, hooks up with another guy, and the other guy wants her to, like, says, okay, we'll get an abortion so we stay together. And she goes, okay, I'm just going to kill it. That's to me, fucked up. That to me is disgusting, right? But that's literally what people are saying the law of the land should be, right? That's completely fucking immoral to me. It absolutely is. And to say that, like, men don't get to make a decision on it because we're not carrying the fuck off. We get to make a decision on it because we're the ones who get you fucking pregnant. Like, fuck off. Like, we're both a part of it, right? Men and women work together. You know what, like, fucking the Quran says about men and women? We're complementary to each other, right? You need both in society. I'm not. Someone's gonna, like, take that out of context and say that
Crow out of context. Just
go like fucking
in chat.
Oh, yeah, right. Go like, oh my gosh, he's saying gay things don't work. No. I'm saying, like, in a society, men and women have to exist together, right? We are complementary to each other. We have to be able to work together to make decisions. So if a group of men or if a group of women are attempting to exclude the other sex from discussions about how we all have to live, absolutely not going to fucking happen, period. It's not going to fucking happen. I'm sick of the fact that this has been the case for so fucking long, right? I've watched videos of dude like literally begging women not to kill their fucking kid. And they can't say shit. Then I've watched the fucking scumbag guys who don't want the fucking baby, right? Who have all the same excuses as all these women going to the abortion clinics, right? This is going to ruin my career, right? I have to focus on me. I don't have time to raise a baby, right? I can't afford it. All the same excuses, right? That guy still has to take care of the kid and get slammed with child support. And then they go and say that, well, men don't get to make a decision because they can be deadbeat dads. Yeah, because our society really, really, really appreciates deadbeat dads. You can garnish their fucking wages, right? They're looked at as outright fucking scum. And I can say this as someone who's worked in, like, loans and shit. If there is a woman, okay, and she is approving your fucking application for financing, and she sees that you are defaulting on child support, you will immediately be declined. Doesn't matter if your score is good. Doesn't matter if even if you have proof that you're working on making the payments, right? 9 times out of 10, they will see it and just decline your fucking loan, right? Because nobody tolerates deadbeat dads in our society either. So again, I'm willing to accept anyone's opinion on this stuff, like, absolutely, right? But we all have to be able to give our fucking input on this shit. We absolutely have to be able to give our input on this. Until we reach a stage where women can asexually reproduce, men are a part of the conversation. Sorry, deal with it. Because again, it was a group of men that decided Roe v. Wade would be the law of the land. There you go. That's my. I told you we're gonna open up with something funny, and I got real serious and real fucking dark.
That's not funny.
Oh, dude, it totally wasn't. You know what was fucking hilarious though? Nobody saw that shit coming. Like, you all tuned in. You're like, "Oh, Chris said it's gonna be a fun stream."
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's something funny about that.
And then you watched a fucking video where dude's like begging her, "Don't kill my baby." Like, holy shit, man. Like, I probably crushed you guys for the night.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of fucked up by that video.
Yeah. Well, like, see, here's the thing, right? The lady in the Roe v. Wade recanted her story in the 80s. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, look, I will put it like this, right? I think, God damn it. I don't want to like say Republicans because there's like old school Republicans, which I think for the most part are being phased out. And
they were the more reasonable ones.
No, I wouldn't say that. You're talking about like people like fucking Liz Cheney and shit. Not reasonable. No, not reasonable, but they were the same as your Democrats of today, right? They bickered over shit that didn't matter while enriching themselves consistently, right? They go back and forth, but at the end of the day, it was just the same old, right? It's not until Trump where you really get something like really different, and this push for like this new wave of progressive candidates on the left too. It's a rise in populism, right? But one thing that I think people on the right really fuck up on, like really fuck up on, is the left is great at messaging and the right is not. Right? So like the left will bring you women crying and screaming and saying that you are violating them, and they will do it in public, right? And everyone's going to look and go like, oh my God. The right isn't going to do that, right? Because they actually have fucking self-respect. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I just mean there's been plenty of times where some woman comes in front of the Supreme Court and has made a claim that doesn't seem to be true, that gets walked back later. I mean, look at the Kavanaugh shit, right? Like,
oh, that was egregious.
That was egregious, right? Like, okay, so there's the Christine Blasey Ford story, right? And people can agree or disagree on whether or not they think she is telling the truth, right? I'm going to ignore her story for just a second, right? To say that there were also about like 9 other accusations, including an accusation that this guy was hosting a fucking gang rape parties, right? All of that shit not only got walked back, but they flat out said that they were paid to come forward with the accusation. Like, I think one of them said that they were actually offered money to make the claim against him. The others just walked everything back once the fucking thing died down and he was appointed to the Supreme Court, right? Christine Blasey Ford never walked back her accusation. However, the people that she claimed were witnesses to the story said that they could not back up her claim, right? She doesn't remember the time. She doesn't remember the place. And that's all you can say. Beyond that, it's a he said, she said, right? Beyond that, it's a he said, she said. But I will say this. They were throwing out the most absurd accusations about that man. And the narrative became, if you support Brett Kavanaugh, you support raping women. That's literally what it was, right? The left will go outright fucking vicious to get what they want. The right sits there and goes, let's go ahead and be reasonable and have a conversation. And left's like, no, you're fucking racist. Fuck you. They're like, I'm not a racist. Like, yes, you are. Why are you denying it? Like, dude, that's the, you see that happen like a ton. And I think that's why a lot of people on the right like start to follow people like Ben Shapiro and shit, because he just go into those fucking baits and start slapping people on the left. And it feels good. Same thing with Trump. It feels fucking good. It really does. I mean,
yeah.
Trump had his own fucking problems though. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I got like way into fucking politics there. All right, let's just play the Libs of TikTok video. You sat through shit for like 30 fucking minutes. You deserve it.
Stigma and shame in a very discreet kind of way to make people keep pregnancies that they did not intend to keep. Today, the Supreme Court is hearing Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. And let me tell you, fuck the Supreme Court. We are going to have abortions with or without their consent. And abortion pills are the way of the future. We don't need crisis pregnancy centers. We don't need...
See, the thing about crisis pregnancy centers, right? They do, like, encourage you to keep the kid, but they also will set you up with adoption services. If you want to keep the baby, but you're struggling, they do find ways to help you get support financially. They're actually really, really, really helpful to people, whether they want to keep the child or put it up for adoption, right? Like that is what a crisis pregnancy center is. It's for women who need help. Like, it's straight up, that's what's there. It's for people who need help.
It has crisis in the name.
Yeah, so like I'll put it like this. as much as I don't like this video is funny, right? Going to a crisis pregnancy center to like, you know, protest and shit. I'll say it like this. To me, the kind of like when the left gets mad at people on the right when they go to protest outside of abortion clinics, right? Like, to me, because of the way the left talks about the abortion clinics, they talk about it the same way I'm talking about these crisis pregnancy centers, right? These should be places where women can go for help. Now, in terms of the abortion thing, again, the Supreme Court gave us abortion in the fucking country. The Supreme Court can therefore take it back. Like, if you want abortion to be the law of the land, and I'm saying this to people that are abortion advocates, what you need to do is actually fight for it on a local level, right? California flat out said that if Roe v. Wade gets overturned, their entire state will become an abortion sanctuary state. Like, there you go. That's, I mean, if that's what you want, you can do that. It's just, I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like she is covered in tea bags.
I was going to say, what are all those ornaments hanging from her arms?
Abortion pills.
Oh, God.
So, I don't know. Like,
how did she get that many?
I don't know. I think they're just boxes that say abortion pills on them.
Oh.
They basically like said that if Roe v. Wade gets overturned, they'll just take pills to kill the baby.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, these people are sick. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, again, we're about to lose it in the country in its entirety because in one fucking state, 15 weeks, that's just not enough time, right? Like, when I hear that that's the reason why it's in the Supreme Court, automatically I'm like, okay, well, then we deserve to lose it, right? Like, you deserve to lose it. It doesn't deserve to be the law of the fucking land. Because we're this fucking immature when we deal with situations. Like 15 weeks is a ton of fucking time. I can understand like other exemptions, but we can talk about those, right? To sit there and go like the other 99% that are like straight up just being used as contraception. That is something that needs to like probably stop.
Yeah. The Supreme Court, we don't need anybody but abortion pills and online services to mail us these pills, and we can have our reproductive justice freedoms in our own hands and do it ourselves. So fuck this place, fuck the Supreme Court, and abortion pills forever.
Okay. I'm gonna be very clear with everybody in my audience, because I'm the guy who tells you not to do illegal shit, right? If you live in a state, right, that's like not going to give you abortion in case Roe v. Wade gets overturned, just go move to a state that does, because I guarantee you, right, they'll put some sort of limitation on ordering shit like that, and they'll probably arrest you if they find out you did it, right? Like, that is, you're like, there'll be probably like a time period where they don't, but like, bro, can you imagine if that became the case and then you're in fucking Texas and you're ordering fucking abortion pills from California? Yeah, I think they'd send the fucking cops. Like, honestly, don't do illegal shit. Like, it doesn't normally work out. Like, fight for the law to be fucking changed.
Yeah.
Now, this was the one that I actually want to talk about. And I'm not going to have anything to say on this one. I'm just going to play the full 2 minutes. Although I will have to interrupt it halfway through so that we know that this is not us taking someone else's content. Wait, is that how it works, or can we react to the TikTok stuff?
I didn't know there was like a copyright thing with TikTok.
I don't think that there is.
There
Holy
shouldn't
shit.
be. Unless they're playing copywritten music, I think.
Oh yeah. But also, let's just play it.
Hi, here's some things my students have said / done since I came out and changed my teacher name. You have a new name? Well, yes, it's a name that makes me a lot happier, and that's why I changed it. I like your new name. I do too, but it's nice to know I have your approval. Mix? You mean like mixing you up like cookie dough? If that's gonna help you remember it, yeah, cookie dough works. Excuse me, miss.
Wait, what? Oh, I guess they changed the fucking, instead of Mr. or Miss, they went with Mix.
Mix?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, actually, not really. When you think about it, they put X at the end of everything.
Oh,
right?
That's true.
The Latinx thing, right?
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. So their way of getting rid of gendered language would be just replace the letter with X, right? So I actually, there's a clip from fucking Marvel that I was going to pull up on screen when we get to the Spider-Man stuff. But I'll probably start with the Spider-Man stuff because it'll be a good transition. As you can see right over here, right? Like I don't get it, right? Like if this is supposed to be normal and ordinary, it seems like a lot of them do it so they can post videos on TikTok. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just I like if I had something fun, like a funny interaction at work, I'd probably post that, right? And I've done that before. I do it with I post funny interactions with my wife and stuff. Like the time I threw up on her feet. But like this over here is more like, the big spectacle, the thing that we're all supposed to be watching is just you coming out, but like that's supposed to be normal, right? It feels like it's supposed to be treated as normal, but also at the same time, it's supposed to be treated as it's different and special and unique. I kind of just don't fucking care. Like, if I'm being totally honest, if she goes into the fucking classroom and wants to, or them, if they want to go into the classroom, right, and call themselves fucking Masujaja or Masujada, Masuj, no. Jamaja. If they want to call themselves fucking Jamaja Jones, I don't fucking care. I really don't fucking care. Just be consistent for the fucking children so they don't get fucking confused, right? They probably will. They'll probably tell everybody my teacher's name Jamaja fucking Jones. But also, at least you're not fucking confusing the shit out of them. Because I know some of these teachers go like, well, I just changed my gender and my entire name and everything in front of the kids. Like, that might confuse a kid. It
most certainly would.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it probably will. We're talking about a kid, right? Like, that probably would confuse a kid if they see you as one gender and then like 2 weeks later they see you as a different one, right? Like that's because kids are like not very intelligent. They're smart enough, but like literally it would. Well,
they're smarter than this woman because she keeps on changing her gender every single day. Sorry if that offends someone, but it's just true.
Wait, is that what she said?
No, isn't that what she's doing? She's like changing her pronouns or like all the time.
Here's some things my students have said / done since I came out and changed my teacher name.
Oh, change their teacher name.
Oh.
What? Oh my God. Whoa. Okay. Never mind. Fuck this. Okay, so they came out as non-binary and then just changed the to mix. That was it. That was the only change.
Oh.
Fuck off. Like, come on. Okay. This is I'm not trying to be an asshole because I'm from California, man. I know non-binary people, but like they're legitimately, they just are like, and the best way of putting it would be like that gender fluid thing. They just really don't identify as anything, right? They're just like fucking neutral, right? It's like I used to joke with one of them. I used to like the fucking the planet neutral from fucking Futurama. But honestly, that's just how they fucking feel, right? And but like even they say, there's just a lot of chicks who call themselves non-binary so they can be part of the community. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. You're
because they want to be like,
they want to be different and they want to be special. Weird. Like, this is what I mean, right? You simultaneously want this stuff to be like normal and accepted, but at the same time, you're like, but also it's special and unique, and everybody's got to come out in support of you. Automatically, you're gonna have people that will want to be a part of your community because they want that affection. I mean, it's true. Like to act like today there is this like rampant homophobia in the United States, right? More specifically, like in these cities where a lot of these people are. Come on, right? Like if I were to walk into this school, like as a kid, and I looked at this teacher and I used a gay slur on them or something, right? There would be like moral fucking outrage across the board, right? My parents would be called in, right? It'd probably be a fucking news story and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, this idea that it's tolerated to like be homophobic and shit like that, that's obviously not true, right? And the thing is, it is celebrated, it is put up on a fucking pedestal, right? Because there was a time that some people are alive today even remember where there was gay bashing happening in the streets. But it's just, that's not, I mean, it's just not the case anymore, right? Like, it's like really not. Now, in other countries, it is a thing, right? It is an actual thing. And like in the Middle East, especially, like, it's
bad.
criminal. It's criminal over there, right?
I think they still do stonings, right?
They do. Oh my god, yeah, dude. Like there are videos of them like walking up gay men to buildings and making them jump, right?
Oh god.
It's brutal. The other thing that they do, and I don't know if so much they're really doing this, I think it's mostly the building thing. But it's like an old like kind of back in the dark times kind of punishment, where they dig a hole up to your fucking neck, right? They bury you in the hole, and then everybody pelts stones at your face until you die.
Oh my god. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's what a public stoning is. So like what my point is, right? I can totally understand that there are places where it is like literally fucking criminal, right? And they will be fucking killed. Fucking the Jussie Smollett case, the fucking brother that he says he was having the homosexual relationship with, he can no longer go to his home country because in Nigeria he will be executed.
Oh yeah.
So like there are places where it is still criminal, right? And I hope that ends as soon as possible, because you really should not be killed for who you love, unless of course it's a child, in which case But
that's
like
the exception.
Yeah, so I guess for me, like I look at the world as a whole, and I will say, like, hey, sure, there are some things that are bad over here, but like realistically, we have it fucking amazing. We really do. I think we can make it better, but like I don't think we can do that without acknowledging that what we have is already fucking amazing. Like if you're just going to sit there and shit on what you have and then say, but now I'm going to improve it. No, we're not going to do that, because you won't even acknowledge the fucking good things that you have. So I'm not going to sit there and let you fucking destroy the good things. Like, fuck that. Okay. Anyways. When it comes down to this shit here, you're going to have women. Like I'm being very serious here, because it seems to be more of a trait with young millennial females than it is with men, right? And it's this need to come out as like non-binary, when in reality they still dress in women's clothing, and they also will use feminine pronouns. Like, I mean, literally that works against what it's supposed to be, but it's like they want to be a part of this community so badly that you just have like a lot of just what do you call them, cisgendered females. I just want to use the proper word, so like anyone that criticizes me knows that I was making the effort, right? But like you have these people that are essentially cisgendered females, and they don't just want to be allies, they want to be in the community. They want to be hoisted up on other people's shoulders and celebrated. I mean,
I feel like that's kind of twisted
in a way,
have that mindset.
I mean, in a way, but again, right? In our society, we do protect, like if anyone says anything like homophobic in public, right? It's not accepted, it's not tolerated. There was a time when it was, right? Like even today, like 10 years ago, nobody got pissed if you called someone a fig, right? And it really, like, honestly was not even being used that much towards gay people then either, right? Like it was like, I mean, I'm going to be very clear with you. When I was in high school, I got called one a hell of a lot more than any of the gay students ever did. Right?
Jesus.
Yeah, right? Like it's, bro, they used to just use that word and nerd interchangeably, right?
I feel like, it probably was just more of a buzzword insult than anything.
I mean, essentially it was, right?
I feel like gay is kind of like that now too. Like when you say like, oh, that's gay or something, I feel like it's kind of a buzzword.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if I'm wrong about that.
No,
but...
here's the thing. With gay, I kind of understand it because that's literally what the sexual identification is. And you're using that literal sexual identification to describe something as being bad. In that sense, it makes sense to me, right?
Yes.
Like, in that sense, it totally makes sense to me. I've never understood why they want to keep the fig slur off limits and only have that be attributed to gay people. Because the thing is, that word was recently adopted as the gay slur because it's literally not what it used to be referred to as, right? Like, it used to mean something else. And then
Bundle
later
of
it changed.
sticks, right?
Bundle of sticks, yeah. In the UK, it's literally a like a cigarette, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never understood why you wouldn't want people to change the meaning of that word to just describe general douchebaggery or just like a buzzword insult. I don't know why you would want to forever chain it to being gay. But they do, and I never got that because there was a time where it really wasn't even being used as an insult for gay people, and it was very recent.
Well, it's because being mean is a crime. You have to pay for your crimes.
I think people are just very short-sighted, right? Like, people want like immediate. People want immediate results, right? Gosh, there's this famous quote, and I think it's by MLK Jr. And it's something like the arc of history is long, but it bends towards justice, right? And it's essentially that, yeah, there's a lot of fucking great evils, there's a lot of bad, but in reality, over time, we constantly improve, right? It's never immediate, though. It's never sudden. Like, and this is more of a thing that you get like looking through history and seeing what happens when someone comes in and tries to bring about great change, when there really wasn't an instigating factor for it. Like, so he basically comes into a country and basically wants to change the way things are done. Like in olden times, that sort of shit like almost always leads to chaos, unless there's something that comes with it, right? The fucking steel and iron, right? For instance, that's obviously going to change society as a whole, right? But if you have like you're in your olden times with fucking swords and shit, and all of a sudden like you have this invasion of fucking a different culture, usually it ends in fucking bloodshed, right? Like, yeah, I mean they don't fucking, yeah, it never fucking worked. Even when you had situations where like people just move close together, there'd be times where they would commingle and eventually become homogenous and shit, or whatever the fucking term is. But
I don't know.
But for the most part, they would just pick up some fucking sticks and stones and beat the shit out of each other.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna jump ahead. I think this is. I saw a card, a small child army. What?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Let's see.
Jesus. That's like some Boko Haram level shit.
It's Vix K! I did not ask them to do that. You guys are Vix brains, so I feel like I can tell you.
Okay, I get it. Somebody used the miss after she had changed. And they said non-binary, but they didn't actually tell me what their pronouns are. So I actually don't know what I'm supposed to. I actually don't know, and I'm unironically not trying to be offensive because I don't want to lose my channel.
It's up for interpretation.
Yeah, like it amazes me, right? Like, you can actually use all those fucking white people slurs, but if I were to like accidentally misgender this person, I could likely get in trouble on the platform, and that's nuts to me.
Jesus.
That's why I have to make this.
That's really fucked up, actually. You shouldn't. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Wait, because it's just like I'm a smaller channel and everything, right? So like YouTube's just gonna automate that shit. They're gonna they could put in a complaint going like, this person is X and he was misgendering her maliciously. You get enough people doing that. I'm like, fuck, man.
People always lie about being malicious and stuff.
Oh, you saw what happened with Zuby, right? And this was way back, probably like last year. Zuby is like some guy on Twitter. I'm saying some guy on Twitter. He's some guy. I just can't remember what he does. But reloading a revolver to shoot somebody? No. I didn't like coughing. But Zuby fucking put out this tweet in response to this trans person who did not have pronouns in their bio, right? They didn't have pronouns. There was nothing. And so they had said something, and Zuby just responded with, okay, dude, right?
Yeah. Simple response.
And I'm like, for me, like, dude's been used to describe men and women. Like, there's literally that song, I'm a dude, she's a dude, or I'm a dude, he's a dude,
I call
she's a
my
dude, we're all
girlfriends
dudes.
dude all the time.
I know, right? Like, this whole thing was like really dumb. But she got his account suspended on Twitter for like a week or something. And I'm sitting there going, like, that to me, the action of doing that to that guy, that was malicious, right? Because look, first off, if you don't have pronouns in your bio, and I'm being told that anyone can identify as whatever they fucking want, even if they present themselves as something entirely different, right? I mean, that's what I'm being told. So, like, if you want us to be consistent with it, you kind of have to put your fucking pronouns in the fucking bio, right? Because otherwise, people could unintentionally fucking misgender you, because the world has basically taught us that the things that we see in front of us should not be believed.
Perception is reality.
Yeah, right? Fuck that saying. I can't believe I ever fucking said that to you idiots.
This a little bit more. My new name is going to be Mix K, and I go by they and she pronouns.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so we can't say she. Thank fucking God. God
awesome.
Because, like, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, but this is what I was talking about with the non-binary shit. I'm non-binary, but my pronouns are still she, her, and they, them. This is just someone that identifies. This is just a woman. This is like a standard. Well, I was gonna say standard woman, but I was gonna make. Yeah. I mean, like.
Oh God, we don't have standards anymore, Crow.
Yeah, right. This. Okay. So using the language of my oppressors, this is a cisgendered woman, right? This is a cisgendered woman who desperately wants to be a part of the LGBTQ community. That's all that is. And I look at that and I just go, like, when I see people doing this, I have like trans friends, and I go, like, how do you look at it? And some don't even want to talk about it, like legitimately get like fucking pissed off like with some of the shit. But they look at it and go, like, it's kind of disrespectful, right? Like, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of, that's the way I see it. If you're wanting it to just like be quirky or unique or some weird shit like that.
Yeah, look, I go, like, to me, when someone says like they're transgender, it means that they want to go from what they are to something else, right? It doesn't mean that they want to be this in-between thing. And, it also means that they actually want to present themselves as the other gender, right? Yeah. So, like, when I see people go, like, they want to have breasts and they want to have, like, a beard and shit, and they want to have, like, twisted out stuff, and I go, like,
twisted
like,
stuff.
Dude, there was that lady who like tattooed her eyeballs. There was the other guy who chopped off his dick and gave himself like scales so he could be reptilian. Like, when I say, like, there are some people doing weird things.
Oh God.
Again, like, I don't think that that's necessarily like on the fault of like trans people. What I am saying is, like, there does seem to be some sort of degradation in society if a guy is chopping off his dick and giving himself scales and calling himself a reptile, and another lady is tattooing her eyeballs and doing a bunch of other twisted shit.
Wait, like, how can
call herself a demon,
and then how can she see? Like, what the fuck?
Okay. I'd like, dude, I want to show you the lizard because, like, it's legitimately creepy. Just go look it up.
Honestly, you know what? We've already gone far enough.
Yeah, right.
Why not just go in all the way?
Yeah, no, like, I just, holy shit, right? So anyways, I do think that there are some people that just are not trans or not anything. Like the person that did that whole reptile thing to themselves, like, to me, that's someone with a mental illness, right?
That's like a form of self-harm.
In a way, honestly. Yeah. And like, there's a thing, and I can't remember what it is, but it's like, people that like want to like harm their own bodies, right? And I don't know if it's necessarily that, or it's like this need to be so different so that you will be like unique and put up on these like fucking pedestals or something.
It's probably a mix of both.
Yeah, but like I look at the people who do the reptile thing, I go like, that to me is like mental illness, right? I don't see that as the same as, you know, someone that's born biological male and, you know, wants to transition to be female, present themselves as female, and you go like as a fucking female, right? Like that's where the pronoun thing, that's what it was supposed to be about. They go through all of this effort to transition. So like just be respectful. To me, that kind of made sense, right?
Yeah.
It does, like, because I don't try to just be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole, right? And
there's a reason behind it.
And not to like just your average everyday person, right? Like if someone's being a dick, like sure, I'll go for it. Like why not? But in the other sense, like when it comes to this stuff, like I'm just going, they go through all that effort and they want me to respect their pronouns, and I go like, absolutely, right? I don't see any reason to like fucking fight or be disrespectful or be an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole. And I don't necessarily think that them doing that is somehow a harm or a danger to someone's fucking kids or any of that stuff, right? But we're talking about transgendered females, transgendered males, right? We've gone like way fucking past that into like, because we're respecting pronouns for those people, we need to now respect random made-up pronouns and the whole neo-pronoun thing.
Oh god, the neo-pronoun TikToks, you should see some of those. They're so fucking
dude
weird.
Like I've watched a few of them, and it's like at a certain point people are literally just like, people are just literally making things up, and that's fine if that's how they want to do things, but like I shouldn't be forced to call someone by like made up fucking pronouns, because legitimately I'm not even gonna fucking remember them. Okay, I'm not. And also like they don't make any sense. Like there's the they're them shim shy. There's the fucking
zos.
Yeah, dude, like
the ooga boogas.
There was like re-ro rem. There was there.
I identify as a re.
No, re is an RI or something.
Jesus.
I'm not kidding. So like I look at
what is
that
wrong
and I go,
with these
like,
people?
I don't know. Like, look, it's just I the reason why I worry about certain things like this is history's a pendulum, and the pendulum swings both ways, right? The idea that it only goes in one direction is ridiculous, right? You're going to see a lot of this stuff eventually just get smacked in the face because people are not allowed to have honest conversations about it, right? And I'm being serious, right? Because there's a lot of touchy stuff that I really can't get into on this stuff, because like when it comes to like the sports and everything, you had okay. For instance, you have a fucking guy, right? Who was a athletic swimmer, competed with the men, trained to compete with the men, and then transitions to become a woman, right? All good, totally understand it. And then starts competing with the women, and at the very first meet, completely stomped everybody, right? Like the second place person came in something like 38 seconds behind this guy. And I'm saying guy, like I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I just mean like this is what everybody is seeing, right? And I'll be very clear, if you're a biological female, you're basically done with playing sports, right? Like professionally at least, right? Because there are certainly enough transgendered athletes who will have a significant biological advantage over a biological female, right? On average, at least, right? I'm sure that you will eventually find that one like godly female specimen who's just like at the top physical peak outright and just breaks all the fucking bars, right? But when we're just like looking at the actual population of people, your best female swimmers came behind this person by over half a minute. In some cases, by like almost the full minute.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you, like, honestly, why would you, if I'm going to like host a fucking sports team, right, where these people are getting paid based on how they fucking perform, why the fuck would I go out and recruit biological women knowing that they are weaker than the trans athletes? There's no point. So if if we don't like have serious conversations about this in which we're not being assholes to each other or assuming that the other person is like fucking evil, like you're going to have these unintended consequences where a biological female will be born, want to compete in sports, and will never have that opportunity because she just doesn't have the body for it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to say? Like that?
There's nothing you can say.
You don't think that that's going to lead to some serious mental health issues down the road for young women? Just get ready for it. Jesus Christ. Look at the ones right now who are freaking out that they spent their entire lives working towards something just so someone could literally transition and curb stomp them in a second.
Yeah. Whether it be intentional or not, like maybe their intention wasn't to like ruin other people, but it's probably for selfish reasons. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep playing the video though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Mr. is for boys and Miss is for girls. Well, I go by Mixed Love Bug. What does that make me?
I mean, literally, she's just
the look on her face is what I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Yeah, like this is when I'm talking about like, not confusing kids, it's kind of like this shit where she's like, well, I now identify as non-binary, but also my pronouns are still she, her. Yeah, okay.
Isn't that the like antithesis of non-binary?
I mean, like, yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. That's what I thought non-binary was, is that you don't go by the pronouns that
Well,
are assigned
it means
to
that you don't
gender.
identify as male or female, right? But I'm looking at this person who's wearing women's clothing, right? Who has not changed their name to not be a woman's name, who still goes by like female pronouns, and I'm like, this is a cisgendered woman that just wants attention. Like, and we're giving it to her, right? To be fair, I think we're contributing to the problem, but also like this is the type of shit that I'm talking about. Where if like I was like a trans person, I look at this shit and I go like, fuck these people. Like, fuck these people, straight up fuck these people. They literally just bring down that entire fucking community.
Well, because they're doing it for shits and giggles, and
essentially,
people who are actually serious.
Yeah, it feels like you do have like people that seriously transition, deal with serious fucking issues. I mean, like, imagine going on like fucking hormones and shit or testosterone.
Oh yeah,
shit.
No, that can fuck your shit up if you don't do it properly.
Well, and I mean, even doing it properly, right? You go through it's like going through like a second fucking puberty. Like that's as an adult. Like as an adult, you're going through puberty. Like that's insane, man. Like I would never fucking want to do that. Like I don't mean insane in like they're mentally unwell. I mean like it's a crazy fucking
like how
process.
It functions.
Yeah, like to go through all that, it just seems crazy to me. Like what that experience must be, right?
Yeah.
But then you have these people that are like, okay, well, today I'm non-binary now, and I've changed it to only you must now call me by a different identifier as your teacher. My name's still the same, and I still identify the same pronouns, and I'm still going to come in all the same clothing, and nothing else has changed, but you now must refer to me as Mix. That's, I mean...
I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Repeat that, please. I'm confused.
Yeah, that's the part where I just go like, I never understand this shit. I never do. We're spending like so much time on these fucking
I never
videos.
have. I never will.
Yeah.
Yep, my work here is done. Hi, Miss K. Can I talk? I go by Mixed Love Bug. What does that make me? Yep, my work here is done.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
No, and that's the thing, right? Like she's like this is her own video, right? Where she can present this in the best light possible. And what she just told me is that when a kid got confused, she just acted like a smug bitch and walked off. Like, what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't you educate your fucking student? No, because
Yeah,
it wasn't
definitely
about
want to
that.
hire this
It was-
person as a teacher.
Yeah, it's like because it wasn't about that. Like this person, like I think, gets off on looking down their nose at people.
A lot of those kinds of people do. That's the other thing.
Yeah, fuck, man. It's
You
like,
see it all the time.
And don't get me wrong. Like, again, you guys know, I dealt with like real fucking discrimination growing up, right? Like a lot of shit. A lot of fucked
You
up
were
shit.
in high school when 9/11 happened, right?
No, man. I was in fucking like middle school.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
this was like elementary or middle school, right? So this
Oh.
happened when I was
Oh,
a kid,
wow.
right? And what you got to understand is it wasn't like there was, because you're a younger guy and everything. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just the next year or the next 2 years. We're talking about like for 10 years, right?
That's fucked.
10 fucking years. I didn't celebrate my birthdays, right? Not for a long time. Because, like, you know, we're an Arab family, and this idea that, you know, we're gonna go out there and buy a fucking cake, you know, around the fucking day of 9/11, we're always sitting there going, like, people are gonna sit there and just assume we're fucking
Yeah.
Arabs celebrating the death of the fucking Twin Towers and shit, right? Like, that's how my parents thought about this stuff. Like, even my name, right? My parents were originally gonna give me an Arab name, but there was something that took place. I don't remember, it was like the Unabomber or something that had taken place like a year or two beforehand, and that got blamed on Arabs, right? They claimed it was like some sort of crazy Arab terrorist. Like when the Unabomber thing was going off, like a lot of people don't know this, they showed videos of Arabs celebrating, right? But there were videos taken of like Arabs celebrating like Eid or Ramadan.
Oh my
right?
God.
So it was like, you know, festive holiday celebrations, and like they played these fucking videos to act like Arabs in the Middle East were celebrating the death of Americans here, and it turned out to be some crazy fucking white dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so like that's why like my middle name is Yusuf, and that was supposed to be my first name. Yeah. I know, right? That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna keep watching this video. Like, I just like, this is the type of shit where I'm just like, fuck off, man. Honestly, fuck all the way off. Now,
these people don't understand real issues. Let's just put it that way.
that's one way of putting it. I want to find the thing for you guys that. Oh God, sorry. Okay, so I got the Clea thing.
Oh God, I saw that today.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into the Spider-Man Peter Parker. So I do have some things that I think are funny, and then I really gotta criticize Diori because
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about the Spider-Man argument. I saw it going down on Twitter and I muted people because I was just like, this is stupid.
You don't care about fucking comic books in general. Like, for me, I was looking at it, I'm going like, I'm arguing fucking nerdy comic shit with people who only like watch the fucking movies, right?
Oh, like, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, Redsky, put it like this, right? It's like you're arguing Elder Scrolls with somebody who's played like one game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
like,
totally get what you mean.
Okay, this is what it was like for like that entire fucking day. And I was even having like fun with it because I was like, you know, Tony Stark is Doctor Strange because like there's like a legit comic.
They did do that. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
It was fucking so cool. And like I said, like Clint Barton is Captain America, right? Because like there was that one time where Tony Stark wanted to be Captain America, so he put on the suit and did some shit with it, and then he does immediately give it up, but like he was technically dressed as Captain America. But anyways, this is the thing I wanted to open up with, because we're talking about this whole like Latinx, like changing everything to an X now. And this is a panel from Marvel Comics, okay? Now, I think if I'm not mistaken, because this is like from like a first off, what the fuck is with her neck?
Oh, she looks like a Kaminoan.
Yeah, she does. Holy
She looks like a Kaminoan.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Is that also like, did they just...
Oh, no. She seems like she has a long neck.
God damn, what is going on here?
That is egregious.
Like, what am I... okay, all right. Like, I don't want to be hyped up too much on the art because, like, but holy fuck, that's a lot of neck.
It's a vampire's wet dream.
Okay, so, like, I think that this is an older Latino lady with a younger Latino lady. And I'm saying Latino because, like,
well, that's
because nobody actually gives a shit if you use the right gendered language or not, you fucking assholes. Oh, Latinx is just a more
Latinx.
Latinx, yes. Is just a more inclusive way to refer to people rather than as Latino or Latina. And you see this person going like, oh, inclusive. What do you mean? What's wrong with our language, young lady? For I am an old Hispanic woman who is very not inclusive or tolerant. okay. I gotta explain why I said that. I got into this fucking argument with this guy, right? Over this whole Latinx thing. And I've actually seen like similar arguments all over. But like they basically go on to say that, you'll point out that there's this study that came out. It's like 2% of people that identify as Hispanic are okay with using Latinx, right? There is a much larger section of the community that feels it's just outright offensive. And there's another sect of that community that just doesn't like the word, right? They just don't want to use it. And there's another part that just doesn't fucking care, right? But all of these people, right? All of these groups significantly dwarf the 2% that use Latinx, right? And I saw the people like arguing for the Latinx and everything, and it drove me insane because I was thinking about it. I said, this guy here is telling me that the most inclusive of Hispanics actually use the word, right? And it's the younger generation. It's the older generation that just doesn't understand. And I go, well, stop. First off, the younger generation of Hispanics is not 2% of the fucking community, you idiot, right? But also, right, if you're telling me that it's only 2% of this community who uses that fucking word, right? And they're sitting there shitting on the rest of the community who's not okay with it, that doesn't seem inclusive to me at all. It seems more like, yeah, it seems like honestly, it seems like a bunch of white progressives entered into these communities, right, and start demanding Latinx, and then they go like, well, it's actually, a younger generation of people in these, shut up, right? Like, it's just white progressives.
Put it the way I saw somebody who was of Latino descent put it: stop colonizing the language.
Right?
Because that's kind of how it comes off.
Well, so like, look, I'm willing to take the explanation that there are like social justice activists in Southern America or South America. What did I say? Southern America, of course.
Southern.
Yeah.
Who calls it that? What the?
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, man, this cult's killing me. But I'm sure that there is social justice activism in South America, right? It makes sense to me, right? Yes. But if you're telling me that because because one of those individuals down there decided that this is how it needs to be, so you took that person, right? And primarily, at least here in the United States, it's mostly white progressives using it. It is not the Latino community, right?
Yeah.
It seems like we had white people pick the minority that they like the most to represent the community for them, right? And I find that just to be a little fucking disgusting, right? It's like they found the one brown person to shove their white fist up their ass, right? And use them as a mouthpiece.
Like a puppet.
Oh, that would be a mouthpiece, yeah. And again, I say this as like someone's Arab. I've seen people try to do that to my community, right? I don't fucking like it. I fucking, it is what it is, of course. But like this shit, it doesn't seem like they actually understand that if you are using a word that only 2% of your community likes, right? And I think it's like what 20% fine to be offensive. You're not using an inclusive term. You're literally disrespecting that fucking community.
Yeah, sounds like it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, what is this? Hold on. Let me read this right. The forced gendering of Latino and Latina can be really tricky to deal with. You go like, this is the part where I go like, I don't agree at all. Because like I get because I think they said like non-binary or something. But for those who are gender non-conforming or identify as non-binary or gender fluid, like I
so
get
where is this from?
this is from Marvel Voices, I think is
What the fuck is that?
It's like I'm not kidding, dude. Like it's I don't like
Who's
like
the
saying
protagonist? What's going on?
no. The protagonist is essentially they got all the fucking brown characters into a book together to talk about progressive activism.
Oh my god. This world's going to shit. This world is going to shit. Jesus
Dude, like
Christ.
the reason why people call like modern day Marvel propaganda is because I mean, because look at what you're fucking reading here.
This is straight up fucking propaganda.
I mean, kind of, right?
Looks like it to me, at least.
Oh man. So I figure like this would be a great way of jumping into the fucking Spider-Man.
Oh, that's just lovely. His cold killed him, everybody. Jesus. Ugh. I'm like dying right now. This stupid woke shit. It kills me. What do you think, chat? I don't know. Speaking of Marvel, though, did you guys see the Spider-Man No Way Home leaks? They were all over YouTube today.
God, I coughed so.
Oh, there you are.
Stream down. Okay, all right.
You just like died for a second.
I literally am getting killed by this cold in real fucking time, and I got like one super chat I got to read. Really? Oh fuck! I lost a super chat because I got disconnected. Jesus fuck! Okay, hold on. I can fix this problem. Hold on. Loyal viewer who sent the super chat. I am stopping the stream just for you, sir.
You owe him big time.
He's not gonna pay me shit. He gave me like $10. I didn't even read the fucking chat. Oh god damn it! It doesn't even go back that far. Gretzky, can you see on your end if you can still see the chat?
I can see the chat. Yeah, I don't know who sent a super chat though.
Just keep scrolling up. You should see it. Oh, I feel like such a dick. Well, also, I Italo, tea, honey, and rum. I wish, man. I wish. I did see that. Okay. All right. Well, the person who sent the super chat, if you can just.
Wait.
What?
Is it from Big Z?
I think it was like $10.
Yes.
Okay.
Says,
yeah. Can you read
I hate the abortion debate because there are so many preventative measures you can take before you kill a baby, like the multiple kinds of contraceptives for women out there, abstinence, adoption, etc.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I don't. My stance on the abortion debate is like, if you give people enough time, and it's not to this point where like they're aborting perfectly viable babies, then like, yeah, why not? Like, fuck it. Like, you can't. I can't sit there and say like the thing that's forming in the fucking so like has like conscience. I don't think it does when it's like a month old, right? Like, I don't think it does, but religiously that my mind tells me okay, so like my religious mind tells me to disagree with the logical one, right? But like the logical one still has to be like, everybody's got to live by the same fucking rules, including the non-religious people. So like that's where I am on. I'm pretty fucking neutral in terms of getting like super fucking heated about it. The only thing that upsets me about the abortion debate is this idea that if you identify as, and I literally say identify, if you're a guy, right? If you're a man, we have no say, and we face all the consequences of another person's decision. That to me doesn't seem like a way in which we can all live together and agree to function by the same rules. It never, like, I'm being honest, right? And I'm sure someone accused me of sexism, but like, imagine if guy, can you imagine if the abortion debate was something like this, right? There's no abortions, right? But the debate is something like men get to decide if women get to keep the baby or not. Could you imagine? And like, guys were like literally sitting there going like, well, women shouldn't get to decide because without us, there'd be no fucking baby, bitch. Like, like, could you imagine that? Like, it'd be fucking insane. And like, you just have like, and then there'd be like this group of just like gross, disgusting deadbeats that are sitting there going like, abortion's forever, so I don't have to get off my fucking ass and I just want to play Xbox and eat Doritos. Like, can you like that? I mean, no joke, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have the other ones going and like making these like arguments about how it's like because of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, their lives shouldn't be put into fucking jeopardy by having to raise a kid that they fucking birthed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude. Like, if it was flipped around, we'd all say it and be like, this is really fucked up. Really fucked up. Now, here's the thing, though. Men don't carry the baby. I get it, but we're kind of like a key part of the process is all I am saying. We have some skin in the game. We have at least a little bit of skin in the game. Okay, so let's talk Spider-Man. Spooderman. Okay? So I do think it's fucking hilarious that Twitter fucking stepped in and made a decision on accident. Now, clearly, the Peter Parker got the Spidey emoji because the
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home's coming out pretty soon, so I'm pretty sure. Actually, it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. No Way Home is out tomorrow. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, that's right. They actually, did you know there was already a bunch of leaks on YouTube?
Did you know I'm not gonna fucking listen to any of them?
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
No, but it was crazy. No, like, it was crazy how many leaks were coming out. Like, I'd say, like, yeah, it was just like there were a lot of leaks for a Marvel movie out on YouTube that were constantly being taken down. It was crazy.
Oh wow. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because there was like an early screening, so there would have been people that saw it. Now, I want to be clear, right? Let's talk about No Way Home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did listen to a spoiler-free review of it.
I did too.
Yeah. And like, the guy is like, if you're a fan of like Sony's Spider-Man films, this movie is like Spider-Man 6, right?
That's I think I might have watched the same video.
Yeah, same one. Oh god, go. Yeah. So like, it's like Spider-Man 6 and everything. I'm like, well, here's the thing. I didn't like Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. But that story ended with no resolution, right? And I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And, the third movie ends on a really happy note, right? So he can just go on being Spider-Man. That could be the total end of it, right? But this movie is going to be a nice, like, closeout to everything that happened in those movies. And I think that is great. I am so excited, though, because I was told that William Dafoe is just having the time of his fucking life.
I heard that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh god, dude, I've been like so hyped for William Dafoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Green Goblin, holy fuck, man, he is, and I actually really like that his Green Goblin suit gets destroyed pretty early on, because then he goes around with a fucking hoodie and he looks like comic book Green Goblin. And
without even having to like transform into a goblin-like creature.
No, absolutely.
Because there are adaptations where he quite literally turns into like a goblin.
That's Ultimate Universe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ultimate Universe did some weird stuff with Green Goblin.
They did some really weird shit in general.
Yeah. Okay. Like, he is the Green Goblin. Yeah.
Yep.
Could you imagine? Since we were talking about this whole like, who's the real Spider-Man? Could you imagine? I said like, oh man, I fucking love that fucking prick who played Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man. Oh 2.
God, yeah, that was
he's
weird.
He's the definitive Green Goblin. He's the real Green Goblin. Like, oh my god, I'd fucking beat the shit out of him with a fucking lead pipe.
Yeah, what the
in
fuck was
Minecraft. In Minecraft, of course. Wait, what was what?
No, like what was that?
Oh,
the
that
Green
was
Goblin from from
that.
Amazing
Okay,
Spider-Man.
so
that was just it was so egregious.
in the comics, Norman Osborn's the Green Goblin, and then later his son takes up and becomes the Green Goblin, right? So they basically gave us the second Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man and just killed or,
Well, yeah, because he
heavily
died like at the
implied
beginning of the movie, right?
well, he's either dead or they just heavily implied his death at the beginning of the movie.
I swear he died.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure he was going to live. I think the whole point is he was going to transform into the ultimate Spider-Man Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what was going to happen to him. But like, yeah, no, I didn't like it. So, anyways, there's this whole debate that was going on, and by debate I mean look, Redsky, stop chewing chips while I'm talking. Thank you. So there was this whole debate. I'm sorry, Redsky. I love you, buddy. There's this whole debate, and by debate I mean you have the like comic book channels, right? I guess like comic book and pop culture channels, right? Talking about, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. And look, I've been a nerd in comic books for long enough to know that we do this shit a lot, right? And like I literally provided examples of like white characters that people do this shit with. And these motherfuckers like do not understand any of the fucking nerd culture. So it's really difficult to like have these conversations where I'm like consistently like trying to simplify and dumb down terms for people. And it becomes a little mind numbing, but also I get to talk about all this comic book shit, which I hardly ever get to. This is like the first time stupid fucking drama tuber shit mixed with actual fucking comic book stuff. So like that in and of itself made me very, very happy, right? Because I feel like I this is in my wheelhouse, right? But
yeah,
okay, yeah, Miles is Miles and Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Like first off, when I say like Miles isn't Spider-Man, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, literally I am saying I don't see Miles as like the real Spider-Man. Right?
Here's the thing. When you say Spider-Man, I instantly think of Peter Parker.
Well, it's like Jason and the Red Ranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Superman, right? Bro, if I tell you Superman, everybody just thinks like fucking Clark Kent, right? Even though we have a black Superman, even though we have a Chinese Superman, who I think is like in like the main DCU universe right now with the other Superman. They may have killed him off or like killed his book or something. But like when I say Superman, we don't sit there and go, oh, do you mean the Chinese one or do you mean this one? Like we literally just think fucking Clark Kent. That's it. Yeah. Bro, that's literally fucking it. There are definitive versions for these characters. There are iconic versions of these characters. And to be clear, it's not even like the fucking fan base, like comic book fans necessarily agree on that either, right? Like the fucking Wally West and Barry Allen thing is the best example I can give, right? Barry Allen was the original Flash. Wally West was his partner and sidekick, Kid Flash, right? Yeah. Went on for a very long time, okay? Barry dies. Wally West becomes the new Flash. Barry comes back. Wally West gets referred to by literally everybody as Wally West. He was called the Flash too, right? But the fandom legit just referred to him as Wally West, right? And even then, if somebody was like a major Wally West stan and would like fucking go in and say he's the Flash, the fucking Barry people get pissed. They'd be like, no, he's fucking not. He's Kid Flash or he's Wally, but he can't be Flash because Barry's the Flash. I saw people like pulling a photo of fucking Jay Garrick out of fucking nowhere and go like, these are both the Flash. It's like, dude, nobody thinks of Jay fucking Garrick when you say the Flash.
Hey, yeah, wait, which one is that guy again?
Oh, my wife's here. Good night, baby. Did you eat some sweet and sour chicken? Okay, I love you, baby. Good night.
Oh, that one.
Oh, you saw the photo? Wait,
The
can you share
the
your
tin
screen?
hat one.
Yeah, can you share your screen? Because like I don't have a photo pulled up.
Let's here. I'll have to. Yep.
Okay, yeah. This is the Barry is the Flash. Wally is a Flash. Yes. I
We're
don't know
talking
if
about this one. Hold up.
yeah. Jay Garrick is Golden Age Flash, and Barry Allen is Silver Age Flash. So actually, in reality, even though Barry is the Flash that everybody thinks of when you say Flash, Jay Garrick, I believe, was the very first Flash, right?
Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, I can. So that image in the middle at the very right. Can you click on that one?
This one?
No. All the way to the right. That one there, the drawing. All the way to the right. All the way to the right. The right.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. That's Jay Garrick. Okay, that's who he was in the fucking comics. Okay, but Barry Allen is the one that became iconic, and that's who people say is the Flash. It's the same thing with Green Lantern, actually, and Green Lantern's probably like the most interesting one because there was an original Green Lantern before the Green Lantern Corps, and his name was I think it was Alan Scott. Fuck, I'm probably fucking up the name too.
I don't know.
But this guy wasn't a Green Lantern. He literally had a Green Lantern that he carried around, and he did like magic and shit with it.
What the fuck?
It was a completely different IP, essentially, right? But later on, somebody else came up with the idea because they liked the Green Lantern and shit, and they were like, the Green Lantern Corps, right? And then you have the Green Lantern like Force, and you have your first Green Lantern with Hal Jordan, right? And there are people who like the Green Lantern one is the one where nobody really agrees on who the definitive Green Lantern is. Like you have a large portion of people that stick with Hal Jordan and are loyal to the fucking end with him, but you have a whole generation that grew up watching the Justice League cartoon, and they look at Green Lantern and all they see is John Stewart when you say that name, right? Like for a lot of people. And hardly anyone thinks of fucking Guy Gardner. Like he's the joke Green Lantern. And then you have Kyle fucking Rayner, who's like the ultimate Green Lantern that nobody remembers half the time. So like in terms of like the Green Lantern fan base, they're constantly like going back and forth on who is like the Green Lantern. But at least in their case, the whole point of Green Lantern is it's a fucking space police force, and you can have like thousands of them and it still makes sense. And when they introduce themselves, they literally introduce themselves as Green Lantern of Sector, 284, right? And when you have multiple Green Lanterns in the same sector, because that's not supposed to happen, they call them Green Lantern of Sector 284.1, 284.2.
Oh God, now we're getting to mathematics. Jesus.
But because they're a police force, right? That's how they identify them, by their numeric code, by the sector that they serve. And if you have multiple serving the sector, you have the first, the second, and the third. Like that's one where they share the fucking mantle, but it's literally a part of who the Green Lanterns are. And they are seen as far more iconic in DC than the very first Green Lantern, who was Scott Allen, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know that name existed.
Yeah. Well, later on, they tie him into the Green Lantern Corps by saying like he kind of like stole a battery on accident, and his daughter becomes a Green Lantern too. So, yeah, and there's some stuff, but I was introduced to John Stewart before Hal, due to watching the DCAU shows at the time, mainly Static Shock. Yeah, no, like Hal had like a cameo appearance in the DCAU, and it was the one where time was being manipulated, and he briefly transforms from John Stewart to Hal Jordan because of time shift. Goes like time shift, I'm up to date, and then like he just fucking rolls with it. Right? Like just it's fucking hilarious. And then later another time shift happens. He goes right back to being John Stewart. It was great. It was fucking great. I'm all for Hal. after reading when you go through and you read like Blackest Night, Brightest Day and Blackest Night, if you read those, you gain so much more respect for Hal Jordan, right? Because DC did him fucking dirty when they made him into Parallax. Yeah, that was a lot of fucking nerd shit. Now,
Yep.
when it comes to the thing with Miles Morales and Peter Parker, what I need you to understand is Miles' history in the comic books is not who Miles Morales is in Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse, he has a very consistent backstory, a very consistent narrative. He has a personality that's completely unique and separate from Peter Parker, right? And I love that interpretation of the character because they essentially did their own thing with him. Even his father is completely different. Like that goofy fucking dad humor and shit, right? Like his father in the comics is not that guy at all, right? Like in the maybe he is since they moved over to the main Marvel universe, but like in a fucking, how do I say, in the Ultimate Universe, they went with like this guy who is like silently angry, right? And very determined and very strict with his son, right? So that he lives a good life and has a good future. And I go like, yeah, like don't get me wrong, like that's an actual archetype to follow, but it's just not a fun one, right? Like giving him that like goofy fucking dad humor and shit, that was way more effective, right? And you actually really like his father, and you really like the relationship that he has with his dad. And Into the Spider-Verse, in the Ultimate comics, the relationship he has with his dad is kind of uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Now, in the Ultimate comics, he does have a very consistent origin story. And essentially, the Ultimate comics was its own unique universe. It was supposed to be like a modern retelling of all of these characters, right? So you had like Spider-Man, but it's modern, right? So you see him like going through high school, X-Men, but in modern times. So you're not dealing with like civil rights movement stuff. You're dealing with like present day issues, right? Because, the X-Men came about because of the civil rights movement. Same thing with like all these characters, right? But essentially, at the end of Peter Parker's run in the Ultimate Universe, he is in a fight for his life with the Sinister Six. And this is after he took a bullet through the abdomen, saving Captain America's life. And there was this big battle that was taking place on the bridge, right? Spider-Man happens upon it, sees that Punisher is about to snipe and kill Captain America. So he jumps in, takes the shot for Captain America, and then the bridge explodes. He's caught in the fucking rubble. And when he wakes up, they've all abandoned him. He's bleeding out. Well, because this is like a major fight in the Ultimates comics, which was doing their own thing. Spider-Man just got unlucky. So they tried to save him, but he got caught in the rubble and they had to go. So he crawls out of the rubble, right? I got to tell you this because this is probably like one of my favorite Spider-Man moments. It takes place in the Ultimate Universe. He climbs out of the rubble and realizes that he is dying, right? But he's like, okay, I just need to get to the hospital, but that's it. I can't be Spider-Man anymore. People are going to know who I am, but I just need to get to the hospital. And when he makes that decision, he sees all of the Sinister Six flying overhead and going directly to his house.
Oh.
So he webs himself up. He webs the bullet wound up to seal up his wound and then goes swinging after them.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They arrive at his house, right? They beat the shit out of Johnny Storm and I think Iceman was there too. They just get like fucking.
Wait, why were they at Spider-Man's house?
They were just chilling with him. Yeah, they're all teenagers. He's like good friends with Johnny Storm in the main universe, so it all kind of makes sense. But anyways, like they just get mollywopped hard, and Spider-Man just shows up, mask off, and like he threatens the Sinister Six, and they see him, and they see that he's bleeding, and they're like, "This is gonna be easy." So so you have a dying Peter Parker in a fight to save his friends, his family, and his home from the Sinister Six, and it is fucking brutal. And Peter dies during the fight, and there's this really touching send off with Uncle Ben. There's this whole funeral, and at the funeral there are all these people that Spider-Man had saved. Like in reality, it's probably the ending that Peter Parker like actually deserves in the comics, right? Either dying as a hero, a beloved hero, who's never been corrupted, and goes out saving the people he loves, or as like a family man with a kid, right? Those are the only two endings for Peter Parker that I want to see, right?
Yeah.
Now, Miles had his spider powers. I don't want to go through the convoluted story of how he got them, but he gets his spider powers.
Is it like a She-Hulk scenario?
No, nothing like that. But like they try to tie it back into Peter Parker gaining the powers, and the way he gains them in the Ultimate Universe is more tied into Norman Osborn and shit. So I don't really want to jump into all of that, right? But anyways, Miles had his powers, right? And he saw on the news what was happening with Peter Parker because like cameras and everything were there, and he ran out to go help Peter. But when he got there, he was scared shitless. I mean, because like it's the Sinister Six and they're beating the shit out of him. And so he like literally stands there at the final moments where Peter dies beating Norman Osborn to death because like the other Sinister Six members are down, and he literally is giving his life to stop Norman.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this guilt within Miles because he was there, he had the power, and he did nothing to stop it, right? The same, and now look, his guilt, it's not as relatable as like Peter's, where Peter was being like really selfish and it led to a bad thing. Miles is a young kid who's just scared. And it makes sense because like even Peter was fucking scared when he was dealing with that shit, right? And he wants to take up the mantle of Spider-Man because he has the powers, and he feels so much guilt that he feels he let Peter Parker die, right? There's so many parallels between Uncle Ben's death and Peter Parker's death for Miles, right? They did a couple of other things. They're very parallel to Peter Parker. Like specifically like the main Marvel universe Peter Parker too. Like Miles' dad turns out to be a SHIELD agent. Peter's parents were SHIELD agents. Fucking the uncle of Miles is like beloved and respected, but unlike Uncle Ben, who's like the signal of fucking what are you saying? Like a really good dude. Miles' uncle is like a hardcore criminal, right?
A badass.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say so much a badass. He's the Prowler. I would never call the Prowler a badass, but but like realistically, right? It was a good parallel to draw, and they did invert it in a way that made it somewhat interesting, right? But still, like a lot of the stuff that they did was a retread of what Peter had already done, right? So, it gets a little boring at times. It picks up when Spider-Man comes out, and that was a crossover event between the Ultimate Universe and the main Marvel Universe's Spider-Man, who gets sent to that dimension, right? He meets with Miles. He reconnects with Aunt May and Mary Jane and everybody, who they think he's all dead, so they see him grown up, and it kind of like breaks their hearts a little bit. It's really touching, and Miles gets to actually save Peter in this time, right? The older version of Peter. So from that point on, he like actually gains a little bit more confidence, right? And he has the blessings of Peter Parker to take on the mantle for him, right?
Yeah.
And it's and I would say from there, the Ultimate Universe of Spider-Man was dealing with a very bad situation, and it wasn't so much the issues with the character, it was that the Ultimate Universe had been fucked up in so many irreparable ways, and a lot of iconic characters have been killed off, right? So it was a weird world that Spider-Man was working in. Steve Rogers, I think, was the president too. Like this.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like Hydra had like taken over the country, and Steve Rogers defeated him, became president. Like there's a lot of shit going on, right? But it was still good. It was still different. Now, then they did this like Secret War event, right? And Secret Wars, I can't remember, but it was basically like an end of everything. Doctor Doom became the god of everything, right?
Jesus.
Yeah. And the reason
How did
why
that happen?
Well, because everything was being wiped out, Doctor Doom was able to use another villain in order to salvage this one realm where he combined a bunch of different territories from different universes to create a land where he could rule over with different versions of like the Marvel characters, right? Some being from the Ultimate Universe, some being from the Marvel Universe. There was the Marvel Zombies universe, right? There was a whole bunch of different things, right? Now, when that situation ends and the main Marvel Universe is restored into reality, Miles is inserted into Earth 616 with Peter Parker, right? He has all of his memories from the Ultimate Universe, and then he also has new memories from this life that he knows he never lived. It's weird. It's really fucking weird.
But this is just a giant mind fuck.
Okay. But no, it gets better. It gets better because this is why people flat out say that he isn't Spider-Man. And it's because in the Earth 616 universe, Peter Parker doesn't die. Miles does not feel great guilt in not using his powers to assist him and not dying. And Miles Morales basically got spider powers, came to Peter Parker's place and was like, hey, I'm Spider-Man too, bro. Let's go. Like, this is what I mean, right? And when he's in the Earth 616 with Peter Parker, he's still calling himself Spider-Man and at the same time acknowledging that he needs Peter Parker's help in like mentoring him and training him. So he's not even ready to be Spider-Man when they introduced him into the Marvel Universe, even though he has all the memories of being Spider-Man by himself in his own universe, right? So like they kind of like walk the character back to like this another like this starting point so that they could like, you know, reintroduce everyone in the main universe to this brand new Spider-Man from this other universe, because a lot of people reading 616 didn't read anything from the Ultimates. That's why it's so fucked up, right? And I heard people going like, you know, no one's explaining to me why this is any different from any other time. And I go like, well, first off, everything that I just said, right? Everything that I just said is why it's different, right? Because Peter Parker doesn't die. Miles doesn't feel great guilt. Miles doesn't take up the mantle because Peter Parker's dead. Miles in current Marvel comics basically exists in a universe where he one day got spider powers, threw on a suit, and met up with the actual Spider-Man, and they basically just decided that he could be Spider-Man too, right? And they're both working in New York, and it makes no sense. It just realistically, it just did not make any sense what was going on, right? And the main reason why is because any other time a character has their mantle taken over by another because they pass away or they retire, when they come back, that other person normally vacates the title to him, right?
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of a time where it didn't happen, but realistically, I mean, I guess Robin's like, but the whole point is for them to eventually become like a new character for DC, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is yeah.
It's a mind fuck.
Yeah, it's a total mind fuck. People don't seem to understand any of that about Miles, right? And if they did, you might understand why people look at it and go, yeah, he's not really Spider-Man, because essentially his personality in the comics is just a variation of Peter Parker. When they brought him into 616, they just did a younger version of Peter Parker. The current Marvel Spider-Man, but younger and less sure. Like that's who they brought us when they gave us Miles in the main universe, right? He is more of a carbon copy cut out of fucking Peter Parker and just comes across as like another alternate version of Peter, right?
That feels kind of lazy.
Right. Now, Into the Spider-Verse, the reason why that movie works so well is because they essentially do away with all of those problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
In his universe, Peter does die, right? He had powers. He didn't help Peter. Peter died, essentially protecting him, right? Like by letting him get away, well, he was essentially distracting him with his like neck being snapped or being pounded to death or something.
Jesus.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So like there's all this guilt that Miles feels, right? Then you have like all the multidimensional stuff and everything, but like it all works. And when you finish the movie, he is Spider-Man. He's taken up the mantle, right? And he also has the blessing of Peter Parker. Like it all worked consistently in the comic books. None of that has happened. Okay, none of that has fucking happened. That's why people keep telling you that Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man, because it's just such a bizarre fucking situation. And on top of everything, he doesn't even have a different personality from fucking Peter. Now, and I've simplified this too, guys. It's the definitive, the most iconic version of the character. That's who the character fucking is, right? You like when fucking X-23. They made her the new Wolverine. Like, bro, when I say Wolverine, you think fucking Logan and you think the fucking 3 Claws of Fury, right? Like, you don't think X-23. Even to this day, like, nobody sits there and goes, are you talking about Laura?
Who?
Laura is X-23's name.
Laura Bush.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. But, like, nobody thinks of fucking Laura when they think of fucking Wolverine. Right? They think of fucking Wolverine. You think of fucking Logan and shit. But I think even in the current comic books, like in current modern Marvel, Logan isn't Wolverine and it is still X-23. And like, bro, if I show you a photo of X-23, I go like, this is Wolverine. Like, I think I would legitimately confuse people.
I'm confused right now.
Right? Look, to be clear, right? When you have characters like Wolverine and Spider-Man, generally there's going to be like 100 different variations of that character because they love doing alternative universes. There are straight up comic book series that are dedicated to exploring alternative universes. You get a ton of shit. But when I say Spider-Man, you think Peter Parker. That's why when they advertise Miles Morales, they literally advertise him as Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? That's why but in the comic books, this is the thing with comics, right? The Spider-Man title, right, is literally Miles's comic book, right? Because the Spider-Man comics have always been Amazing Spider-Man, right? Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, those are Spider-Man's books. I think right now, if I'm not mistaken, the titles being run are Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales, right? You have Amazing Spider-Man, you have Web of Spider, you have something like, oh god dude, I'm blanking on these fucking names. There's another one. It's fuck. There's like 4 different Spider-Man books running.
There's too many Spider-Mans.
Yeah, there's like 4 different Spidey books running around, and they're featuring Peter Parker, right? But then the book that's literally titled Spider-Man features Miles Morales, right? But then when they're like advertising like outside of this stuff, like for the video games and shit, they specifically have to tag Miles Morales on the title, right?
Huh.
Because when into the general public, you say Spider-Man, everyone's going to immediately just assume Peter Parker, right? But when you read the comics, Spider-Man sells comic books, right? Spider-Man sells comic books. If you put a comic book that literally says Spider-Man Miles Morales, you're probably going to get a little bit of less interest in it because there will be people that see this Spider-Man title out there and will pick it up on their shopping list, not even realizing that it's not Peter Parker. It's not because like
imagine the disappointment on people's faces when they notice that it's not him.
Well, because like you're a casual fan, right? And you're just like, hey man, I'm gonna pick up some Spider-Man comics. Like, so you pick up the Spider-Man title, right? And you open it up, and it's this black kid, right? and you're like, who the fuck is this? Right? It might actually bring people into the character, but again, the reason why they're not changing his title is because the Spider-Man branding is like fucking gold for these people.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like I get like I think the only other pair that I can think of in Marvel Comics sharing a mantle right now is Hawkeye with Hawkeye. You know, Clint Barton and Kate Bishop, right? And same thing happened. Clint Barton died. Kate Bishop became Hawkeye, and he gave her his blessing when he came back to life. He later said, I really don't care.
Wait,
like,
how do you come back to life?
I don't even want to get into it.
Jesus.
But like he comes back to life and he doesn't try to take the mantle back from her because he didn't want to be Hawkeye anymore. He became Ronin, right? And that went on for a long time. And then like later on, he becomes Kate Bishop's mentor. And even then, they didn't have two different Hawkeye titles. They had Hawkeye, which just featured both characters. Right? Like it's pretty cool. You know, and it worked.
I mean, it's going on right now with
the TV
MCU
show
stuff.
Yeah. Dude, actually the only thing I think is interesting about the TV show is what they're doing with I don't think does it matter if I spoil the episode from today?
The leaks have already been out.
Oh yeah, fuck. If you don't watch the episode, I don't even care. Kingpin, right?
That was a nice reveal. I mean, I saw it coming, but at the same time, it was just kind of cool to have it reaffirmed.
When you keep referring to the guy as the big man, and you're in New York City, and you're specifically doing your shots in Hell's Kitchen, I'm gonna assume it's fucking Kingpin. You know?
Yeah, it was just it was still nice to get that reassurance, though.
Ultimate Spider-Man 2009. Here's the thing, right? Like, I think the last 2 or 3 years is when Miles Morales takes over. Because I want to say he had the book for about 2 years, but I could be wrong there. Anyways, now this is the thing. So there was this whole back and forth that took place because Yellow Flash for like 3 fucking days now had been saying that Spider-Man isn't Miles Morales, right? And it's saying like Spider-Man's Peter Parker, right? And I'm gonna address why I'm bringing this up later. I talked with Yellow Flash, right? As he was doing this stuff, he was like sharing it and laughing his ass off, right? Because it's just funny as shit, right? No, like you gotta understand, right? The comics group and the Comicsgate people get accused of racism all the fucking time.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I've seen that before.
I mean, there were whole campaigns set up to stop Comicsgate because they literally say Comicsgate is a hate group, right?
They got who was it? I think Drunk 3PO's custom merch store shut down because he was in support of Gina Carano. Yeah,
they did. Right? Yeah, no, they targeted Drunk 3PO too. Recently,
who's a really nice guy, by the way.
Dude, he is amazing.
He's done like he built like schools for people and shit.
Yeah, but because he supported Gina Carano, they literally targeted his ability to make income. That's fucked up. Like these people are insane little bastards. Yeah, so what you gotta understand is Yellow Flash is literally used to people going out there and taking an innocuous statement like Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man and getting a fuck ton of people to show up and scream that he's being racist, right? And then he sits there, laughs at them, and if he gets enough comments, sometimes he'll fucking do a video about it because he thinks it's hilarious, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he talks about this on Flashcast and just saves his content for a show, right?
Yeah.
Now, Diorio jumped in, right, to fucking quote tweet Yellow Flash and say, actually, for people that don't hate black people, they're both Spider-Man, right? And I
see what he did there.
And I go like, you know, dude, come on. Like, we've been laughing about this for like 3 fucking days, and you show up and you just call everybody fucking racist and that shit. You're like, oh, man, I just don't fucking get it. Like, people do it to like fucking Augie all the fucking time, and you know, Diorio's friends with them. And like, to be clear, I who's that little fucker who put like actual swastikas in his Twitter profile?
What?
Yeah, it's somebody, I don't know, like
Wait, when did that happen?
it was like a while ago. It was like a joke, right? It was
Yeah.
literally done to offend people and piss them off, right? I understood like the guy's not being like an actual racist, right? Or Pie Man. When fucking Pie Man put on like fucking blackface and a not
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
right? I like legitimately, I don't think Pie Man is being racist. I think he's literally just joking. So when I saw Diorio do that, you know, like I commented at him, right? Because I was like, man, I think you're off base, right? Like, I wasn't like, I don't think I was being a dick. I honestly don't think I was being a dick. I was more of a dick to other people than I was to Diorio, is what I want to say. I think that's the right way of phrasing it.
Sounds about right, yeah.
You know, I went to go get that fucking snippet of the conversation that I pulled, but they're spamming shit in the fucking channel on Discord, so I'm just gonna take.
Yeah. Well, you can search for it. You can search.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go to Diorio's fucking Twitter and go.
Fine.
Oh wait, no, I can just go to my Twitter because I was the one tweeting at him. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Let's go down to.
God, there's crumbs everywhere, Crow.
Why are there crumbs everywhere?
Because I was eating Cheez-Its.
Oh, I gotta talk about this thing with fucking Cordwit too.
What's going on with Cordwit?
And no, he posted a thing about the Katie girl. I want to just address it.
Oh God, is that technical shit?
No. Well, you can leave for it. I'm going to do it at the very end.
So I mean, I might listen, but
no. It's not about the technicals thing. It was just the way that he was talking about the Katie girl and saying like, you know, people are questioning the story and not taking her perspective into it. I go like, bro, that's literally what you have to do. I was looking at Cordwit's thing. I just want to be like, I understand what he is saying here. I don't think he's a bad person, right? It's just, I think Cordwit made a very emotional argument that we learned not to fucking make because of the shit that happened with Me Too. We know, question stories. We know that we can do it respectfully, right? But when you actually tell people, don't question it, you know, don't do it because you're going to hurt her feelings. My guy, that is not how we handle an accusation.
Wasn't it like facts don't care about your feelings or some shit like that?
No, yeah, I mean, like I get when they think someone's an actual victim, though, feeling differently, right? So I'm not going to be a total dick and say facts don't care about your feelings, but at the end of the day, you're leveling an accusation against somebody, a very serious one. I want to make sure I'm accurate with it because I've described what I would do to an actual fucking pedo. You just sit there fucking bitching about fucking the community on the YouTube channel. Like we're very fucking different people. I can promise you that. But I do want to talk about it later. Is what my point is. You can see I get a little fucking.
No, yeah, I understand where you're coming from though too. So.
Oh God, let me just. Okay, here we go. There's the one quote too. Okay, all right. So I think I got it. There we go. So. The thing is, and I think I can just find the original tweet if I just go through it from this one. So let's just do that. Because this part's going to be a little bit important later. Here we go. So this was the comment for Diorio. For those of us who don't hate black people, both are actually Spider-Man. And the thing is, bro, you ever see people who like don't know what they're fucking talk about sit there and fucking claim a fucking W?
Yeah, I see that a lot, both online and IRL, sadly. But yeah.
So Yellow Flash just makes a snarky ass fucking comment about the situation, right? And Diorio goes at him, accusing him of fucking being racist, right?
Wait, did he actually accusing him of being racist?
Well, here I'll show you exactly why I'm going to say that he was accusing him of being racist.
That doesn't seem like something he'd do.
Really? Okay. I don't want to go into what this guy was talking about. I had to go back to the original tweet just so you guys could see it. He said like the Spider-Man discourse is heating up. I thought it was going to be snarky, right? And I got like, you literally accused a ton of people of being racist, my guy. What do you think was going to happen? They give you some lentil soup and talk about your Kwanzaa plans, right? But like, I said, you're accusing these people of being racist, okay? He didn't say, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck off, right? He didn't say anything like that, okay? His response was, there is no outrageous leap of logic here. Okay,
That's
look.
weird.
I'm being serious here, right? This to me, right? No joke, seems like you were actually calling them racist. And when I said you were calling them racist, you agreed, right? Like you didn't say no. You said that's not an outrageous leap of logic. Fuck off, dude. Like you literally were calling them racist.
So it's like a yes and a no.
Well, yeah, dude. Like I don't like the Weasley fucking games here, bro. Like you know what you're fucking doing. You know what you're fucking implying. And again, I love.
Well, it's a debate tactic, I think.
Well, it's a pussy fucking tactic, okay? Like again, and I say that only because specifically when this shit was happening and they were like the insults and shit that were coming at my wife, right? Like the super fucking racist shit.
Yeah, you guys
Yellow
told me about
Flash and that umbrella guy, reached out to me to see if I was doing okay and if she was doing okay. Right? Like these people that this fat fuck went and accused of being racist and not liking black people wanted to make sure that my black wife was doing okay when racist fuckers were attacking her.
Yeah, I think he was just using that kind of SJW stuff to win an argument easily.
Well, and again, that was pathetic because he still couldn't ratio Yellow Flash, right? Yellow Flash wasn't accusing him of being a racist. Fucking Dioro did that to him, and he still couldn't fucking get a ratio on the guy. Right?
Really?
Yeah, no, like Yellow Flash
do
still
ratios
has...
even matter though?
I mean, I don't think they do, right? But like, I
really
saw these
care.
commentary people like taking all these fucking victory laps on this shit. And I'm like, you don't fucking get it, do you? You guys are fucking drama guys, right? Like, you're literal fucking drama guys. You need to start shit with other communities to make content, right? The comics people don't need the fucking drama tubers for content, right? They literally can farm content out of Twitter replies.
Yeah.
To people's comic book fucking campaigns, right? Because like literally the anti-Comicsgate people post the most insane shit, right? It's actually fucking hilarious, right? But like,
well, they also have a lot of connections too.
That's true. I mean, but like these guys will cover like the actual finances of these publishing companies, right? Things like, what's been going on behind the scenes and how a lot of these companies have been keeping themselves afloat, even though their books keep getting canceled, right? Even though the artists and the writers for the books are begging for money on fucking social media, right? Even though that's all going on, they're still getting money. And like, if you listen to the Comics Guys channel, they go into how they're making revenue, right? So it's not just an anti-SJW fucking cry fest, which is apparently all these guys see, right? They go into the details of why it's working that way too. Now, I get it. They're daily uploaders, but like Diorio and these guys also understand the YouTube platform and how the algorithm works, right? If you post a ton of fucking videos covering the same subject, the same people aren't watching every single video. You generate a new audience with each click. So being repetitive with your content is actually a great way of growing. And I think Yellow Flash, that umbrella guy, most of these guys have grown because they understand how YouTube operates. Diorio understands this too, but like he's just lazy and he doesn't upload regularly.
He still has to release that video. I still want to see that video on two channels.
I do too. He like said in 2022 he's gonna like fucking upload every day. I got like, no way, man. Like I'd be like fucking thankful to the guy if he could upload once a month. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like I think everybody knows he doesn't upload that.
No, much. I think it's kind of a meme at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be careful because I didn't think that some of these guys were super fucking sensitive, but like, holy shit, right? I watched them like bragging because Yellow Flash blocked him. I'm like, I don't want to say, I don't want to say who Yellow Flash thinks these people are, right?
I mean, I think you should tell. I thought that when you gave the reason on why
I told you guys because it's just fucking
hilarious. It's hilarious the reason he blocked them.
I thought it was funny. Okay, stop. I don't want to say why he did anything, right? All I can say is what the timeline of things and why I think it might be related. But like, dude, at the end of the day, I've talked with Tug, Yellow Flash, and some other content creators, and their response is like, when it comes to Twitter, right? yeah, like you got to figure out what's the purpose of the interaction, right? Are you trying to like get something out of it, or is it a waste of your fucking time, right? It's a waste of your fucking time. Why are you going to engage with these people, right? Again, like these guys get a ton of fucking hate on the fucking daily, right? And again, with who they actually think the fucking commentary crew is, there's a reason why they're just like, it's just whatever, right? It's just a bunch of, literally just, they're just a bunch of idiots screaming racism. Like,
when it's convenient.
I mean, I'll be clear. I think in their heads, right? They're like, oh, look at this anti-SJW crybaby hitting block. And we'll talk about that because it's hilarious. But like in reality, God damn it, dude. All right. So anyways, I'm pretty sure Diorio was in fact calling him racist just based on this simple interaction that I had with him, where I said, like, you're literally accusing them, and he goes, it's not outrageously. Okay.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, if the goal is to ratio or farm likes, that's a pretty easy way to do it because people will see that, and there's a very certain community on Twitter that likes that shit, the SJW side of Twitter.
Now here's the thing. Diorio later went onto Augie's stream and said, look, I was just putting out like a super edgy tweet, right? And had I not like said this to him, I probably would have given him a pass. But thing is, I was paying attention to his interactions with people because I thought all of this was hilarious. You have a bunch of people who don't read fucking comic books coming into like tone police the comic book community. Jesus Christ, that's fucking great.
What's this?
I like this though. I like the replies trying for a gotcha by intentionally misreading Yellow Flash's tweet as, I do not like Miles Morales as Spider-Man, rather than them reading what it literally says. And Dioris was like, my favorite part is the cope of, he's just posting because people get easily offended. Joke's on them. I was only pretending to be retarded. Like that's
what?
So here's my problem, right?
I'm confused.
Here's my problem, okay? I know Yellow Flash was joking about this shit because we were all finding it fucking hilarious, and he was finding it fucking hilarious, right? So I know he was joking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But according to Diorio, that it's coping if you say that, right? It's coping if you say that they're just fucking trolling, right? Yeah, but then Diorio puts out a statement that really seems like he is calling people racist, right? I say you're literally accusing him of that, and he goes, that's not an outrageous leap. Then he goes on Augie's stream and goes, well, I wasn't calling anybody a racist. I was just being edgy.
That's pretty hypocritical there.
I mean, I'm just looking at this post and going like, bro, like the amount of fucking projection that I see here right now is just fucking nuts. Like, and again, I'm a comic book nerd. I just gave you the whole fucking backstory of Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I don't.
The backstory, by the way, that made like 0 sense to me. Like,
you're right.
I took bits and pieces of it, but holy shit, was that fucking confusing.
I know, right? So like, I'm looking at these guys. They're like fucking high-fiving each other. You know, Tipster. Oh my god. So Tipster had this like fucking banger video that he put out, right? And I'm talking about like he really dug into Yellow Flash by pointing out that Yellow Flash is like blocking all of these guys that. Okay, I don't want to say it.
Oh yeah.
But like he puts out this banger fucking tweet, right? And it's like this video where he's just going like ripping into fucking Yellow Flash, right? Who like blocked all these guys after the interaction, you know? And I want to show it to you, but unfortunately, Tipster like blocked me when I didn't even tag him in anything.
Wait,
so
what?
I can't show you the video that he compiled together of Yellow Flash blocking people.
Wait, why did he block you?
Over the Steve shit, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But you get what I mean, right? Like, dude, Tipster like just went in there, right? To like, and by the way, I don't know if I should say this, right? But like, I think like, oh god, I don't want to like bring up the Flashcast stuff and like, but okay. So I don't know if this is true or not, okay? Because I haven't heard Tipster talk about it all. Tipster was originally going to like come on to Flashcast or something, or they were talking about it, about the Alec Baldwin shit, right?
Yeah, I know about this.
Yeah, because he like disagreed with it. And then he like bailed out at like the last minute. But like I sat there and I go like, and I was thinking the entire time, there's no way he's coming on, because like he doesn't like confrontation with people. Like he really fucking doesn't.
I understand that.
And I get it. Like, but I was going like, dude, there's no fucking way. But like, tipster, bro, if you want to like have like, if you want to have the big dick energy, like we can fucking go. But just please stop being a pussy and unblock me.
Hashtag free crow.
I like, honestly, I don't even know if I can be mad at Tipster. He's just gonna flip his fucking opinion next week. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Oh man. So yeah, like this entire thing, I did think it was funny. And honestly, if I have to give it to anybody at all who I thought had the best interaction of the people on like the other side of things, it's that fucking tweet from Bo Blacks. I got.
Oh, that was funny. I love that.
Shit was hilarious. I fucking love that.
Great.
All right, hold on. Let me get to it. Oh man, I was actually
like,
gonna
I'm really paying attention to this shit, but I remember Sen just sent me the tweet, and I was like, "What's like you guys explained it," and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Like it's clever. I like it.
Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So like after, and to be clear, like after Yellow Flash, so, like Bo Blacks retweeted Yellow Flash, and Yellow Flash just blocked him, and like
that's kind of a weird move, but
no, like I already told you, right? In these guys' view, right? They just don't engage on Twitter unless there's some reason for it, right? Like why? Like I don't. God damn it! I don't want to be a dick, and maybe I made the maybe I may have kind of like fucked it up by explaining to Yellow Flash like who these guys were.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Crow, what did you do? This is mischievous, Crow.
I think it's hilarious.
This is really
wholesome. Like taking all these fucking like high-fiving each other and shit. I'm like fucking crazy. Oh my god. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, like here's the thing. I'm like in the middle of this shit, being like because most part we cover like drama shit, right? And I think I think we do it in a different way and all, but like we're still part of like that drama commentary shit, right? But also like I love the comic side of YouTube, right? I love the fucking comic side of YouTube. So like I know that these two groups are fucking very different. They have very different things that they do on their channels, right? You know, like a lot of the commentary guys stream a ton, right? Like and we stream a ton. The comics channel guys, like they're daily uploaders, and they do like a stream like once or twice a week.
It's probably why they grow so fast.
True. They have very different audiences too. Like I'm unique in the fact that I find the drama shit entertaining, and I really find this super nerdy comic shit entertaining, right? But there's not that many people that feel the same way as I do, right? When I was talking about the Spider-Man stuff, I literally have to go into the drama of it, because if we didn't talk about the drama, you guys would be all like, why the fuck did I tune in for a 15-minute explanation of Miles fucking Morales' backstory? You know what I mean? You guys wouldn't fucking care. I had to talk about drama to get you to listen to my fucking nerdy fucking comic shit. But this is literally the funniest shit, right? It is. Here's a quick way to identify Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. It is funny. I give it to Bo Blacks. It is funny. And I know why Yellow Flash blocked him too. I feel bad. I probably should have said something nice about Bo Blacks. I don't think it was all me though. Like again, these guys just that's their own thing. I don't even know if I contributed to it in any way. But I did send I will admit I did send Yellow Flash the one picture of fucking Diori where he straight up looks like Eric Cartman, because I thought it was fucking
oh my god. Oh, Crow.
That and 5 foot hockey.
Christ.
Bro, like, you gotta understand, like, most of these fucking comics guys are like much older than the fucking well, I mean, like, dude, you would okay, put it like this. Tipster and Tommy C are like the adults of the fucking commentary community, and they act like even bigger fucking children than Augie does half the time. Right? You know, fucking Yellow Fly, like a lot of these people, right? They're fucking adults. They got like other fucking responsibilities on top of the fucking YouTube shit, right?
Yeah.
When, like, most of the fucking dramas on YouTube, they're like, this is really fucking stupid, right? Like, it's, right? They see commentary and drama the same way Willie Mack does, as stupid fucking T channels just spilling gossip on people.
Yeah, I've kind of come to that realization. The
Oh,
past
right. You
couple of
figured it
months.
out finally. Good job.
I was conflicted. You know this.
I mean, like, look, when Willie Mack said that, you know, we're all T channels, there's a part of me I was like,
He's not
but I was
wrong.
like, no, you're right. I think the only thing you can do is just try to act as responsibly as you can. I don't think being a part of fucking community, right, would instill any preset values in you, right? I think everyone's gonna have their own values. So we can be referred to as a fucking T channel. I don't care, right? Commentary T channel, drama channel, or just the asshole contrarians, because apparently, you know, actually looking into things is contrarian. Holy fucking shit.
You know what I find funny though about the whole T channel stuff is the fact that now no channel in that what we'd consider that subgenre of commentary ever wants to say like let's spill the tea anymore. It's hilarious because they know they're just like, oh
shit.
no, we'll be labeled something.
224 Vic, if you're still in the chat, I am so sorry. I didn't know that you were. I was just going off for a little bit, haven't I? Here, let me read the super chats. To me, it's like arguing who's a Spartan versus who's the Spartan. Kinda, yeah. I mean, essentially, that's what the Spider-Man debate was. Like, but they don't understand that because, like, when comics people talk about it, we're like, we say like someone is the character, they're like, that's the icon, that's the character, right? That's who you think of when I say that name. That's what we mean, right? This motherfuckers don't get it. They're not part of the family, not part of the community. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, you know, we can all be nerds and shit, but like, if you're a fan of the MCU, okay, no disrespect at all. I like a lot of the MCU. I'm super fucking excited for that Spider-Man film, right?
Oh yeah, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and Doctor Strange, dude.
Oh,
Doctor Strange
speaking of which, that trailer did leak on YouTube as well.
Oh shit, it did.
Yeah. So basically,
Can you
I'm
send
gonna.
that to me?
What?
Just send it to me. I don't even care.
I'll
I'll
have to
stop
see
the
if
fucking
they
stream
because
for, like,
they might
3
have
minutes and
blocked
watch
it out because it's technically one of the post-credit scenes.
Send it, or tell me what happened.
Okay, so basically,
Stop. Do it in the private chat because someone might get offended.
Okay.
That you told me the fucking ending. Yeah, sorry.
What exactly do you want me to say?
Well, you know what? Well, just tell me after the fucking stream. Fuck it. That'd be easy.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Were there any other super chats I missed? I think that was it. I gotta pay more attention. No. Okay. Have a chronological list so I can read these. Look, if you read Ultimate Spider-Man, like you go to Comixology and just buy the collected volumes, and just read them digitally if you're really interested. You could always sail the high seas. There are some sites for it, but you know, if money's not a problem, then you know you should not be a dick, I guess. But like, also I would understand because I'm kind of a dick.
It's just one person.
Batman and Batman Beyond is close to the mantle not being returned to the original. Yeah. I mean, essentially. I mean, well, here's the funny thing. There's that episode, right, where Bruce Wayne is like put into this mental asylum because like that sound guy is like fucking with him and it's making him hear all these things, and people think he's an old man going through dementia, right? And you know, when they break Bruce out and everything and he's cleared, Terry's like, so how'd you know you weren't going crazy? He goes like, well, the voice in my head, it kept calling me Bruce. And he goes like, well, what do you call yourself? And he just like gives him this smirk, right? It's like, yeah, Bruce Wayne's fucking Batman.
The trailer, Crow.
Huh?
That's the link to the trailer.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I will describe it to you guys.
It's It's something else. You should at least play the audio.
Oh well, I mean, I could.
Or would
But I gotta
that...
be honest with you. So I guess this is from. Oh, this is the post credit from the movie.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that they took up a post-credit slot for that, but I can understand why. But yeah,
Well-
it's the post-credit scene for No Way Home is the Doctor Strange trailer.
I mean, you don't really hear anything, and all you see is like a fractured glass watch or something. Do you know what that thing was?
I think it's the watch that he got in the first movie.
Oh, from the
Christine.
girl? Christine. Ooh,
Because
that's
she's
interesting.
coming back.
Oh, she is? Why?
I don't know.
You know, the thing is, his wife in the comics is supposed to be Clea, and they've not introduced her yet. So I'm wondering if they're just gonna have Christine become Clea or something.
They could.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what though? The actress that they hired to play his love interest is fucking that one really famous actress. So why would you want to burn that talent? You've already got her under contract, I bet.
Are you talking about Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, Lois Lane. Right? She played Lois Lane, right? Was it Rachel McAdams who played Lois?
What?
Am I wrong? Fucking hell, man. This
I'm
is
gonna
drive
look.
me nuts.
Okay, you finish.
No. I'm looking it up. I don't trust you.
No, I'm looking it.
I'm looking it up. Rachel McAdams movies. Okay. She was in Sherlock Holmes. Why?
Oh, that way. Was she in the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock Holmes?
No, she was in the bad Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Filmography. So, yeah, she was in Doctor Strange. Yeah, so that's her. She's Christine Palmer.
Yep.
Okay, and yeah, that might have been it. I thought that she was in a DC property, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think you might be thinking. I don't watch that many DC movies, and there's so many incarnations of Lois Lane as well.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I don't know why I thought that she was in fucking. I don't know why I thought. Who the fuck plays Lois Lane then in the DCEU?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the DCU. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Doctor Strange checked her strange. Fuck off.
Oh my god.
That's fucking dirty. Amy Adams.
Okay.
Big Z coming in with the fucking clutch right there.
He is the stream chatter of the night.
Oh, dude. Okay, so fucking Christ, man. That's great. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, no, like this post-credit scene doesn't really show you anything. So I can play the audio, but
Did you watch the whole thing though?
Okay, here's the thing. I did. I'll go to the one freeze frame. Wait, can I? Can I do that and not get in trouble?
If it's just one image, I think it would be fine.
Ooh, I am risking a lot for you guys.
You don't have to, Crow. You don't have to.
Just post the. Wait, we get in trouble if we post the link in the chat.
Maybe.
You know what? You know what? I'm going to post the link in Discord. So if you want to join the Discord right now,
that's safe.
Yeah. Hit me up. We'll let you guys all into the Discord for free tonight. Don't worry, my mods will clear you assholes out if you do anything stupid.
Yeah, we don't want another situation.
I just posted the trailer in the general chat of my Discord. I'm gonna
add everybody.
Yeah. Well, don't add everybody just yet. Here's a link. Okay, to the Discord. All right, so feel free to just go there so you can watch that super leak, super secret post-credit scene that doesn't actually show you anything other than a broken watch. I mean, seriously, that's all it does. It's a fucking broken watch. What the fuck? You know what I'm wondering though is I don't know. Did you watch the What If MCU series?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so like I'm wondering if that broken watch is going to be the evil Doctor Strange.
Oh god,
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like honestly,
did you watch the whole?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well,
yeah. I'll be honest with you though. It's a little weird because originally they had to cut out an episode, and it was going to be the only Iron Man episode where he doesn't die.
Really?
Yeah, every episode of What If, Iron Man gets killed in like some really fucked
Oh
up
yeah,
ways.
no, that's right. Except for the Gamora universe or whatever. where
Yeah, but that
she's-
one they cut out of the fucking show.
I heard they're
So-
gonna do it. They're gonna include it for season 2 or something.
Oh
But
no,
I
they
think-
are. They are. They just didn't. They didn't have a chance to finish it because of COVID or something.
Oh no, I
So-
thought they just wanted to cut it short or whatever. The season
No,
1.
I think it was an actual issue that they had.
Interesting.
So yeah. So like, I don't. I think that was the only problem I had with it because I love Tony Stark, man. From the
Mhm.
MCU, Tony Stark, like comic book Tony Stark. He became better when they basically adapted Robert Downey Jr. into his character, and then he became much more entertaining. But
Yes.
yeah, no, like every episode in What If, he gets fucking yeeted brutally, and the one
Oh,
where
yeah,
he
it's
doesn't,
awful.
yeah, the one where he doesn't, that's the episode that got cut. And I was like, do you think we maybe could have cut like any of the other episodes where he gets killed in like the most brutal fucking way possible?
Yeah.
Like, man, dude. All right, so so I want to provide a brief update on the Kai situation.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, there's not too much news that I actually 2 more videos.
I mean, I think it's good news, right?
Oh man, that's just how bad this is today.
Yeah, you better get some rest after this.
Oh, totally. We'll go for like another half hour, I think.
Yeah.
Let me go to Omnia's actual tweet. Now, again, I don't have any news to provide you as far as like what exactly happened, and I'm not going to reach out to. I'm not going to, and I strongly encourage everyone to let Omnia deal with the legal authorities and everything. So
She's probably dealing with a lot right now.
Yeah, show support. Don't bother her in DMs, I guess is the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
Omnia said he was arrested again over several charges: domestic assault, felony theft, etc. Good morning.
Thank
This was the
God.
second time though, and I don't know. I don't know if it's public or not. I really just don't want to even fucking post it, because I just don't know, and I don't personally care. I don't know where they live, right? I don't know what the laws are. I don't know if it's like, because there are certain areas like in New York City where they're dealing with this issue with bail reform, which is essentially allowing people to basically just get arrested and be put right back onto the street until their trial is supposed to happen. So you got people who get like arrested, they make bail, which is like really light, and then they go right back out. I don't think that's what's happening with the Kai thing. I think he made bail the first time because he's basically stolen all of Omnia's money.
Yeah.
and now
her clothes.
Dude, the clothes.
Dude,
like
what the fuck?
I told my wife what that little fucking bastard did. And like she's like fucking livid. She's like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But like
literally
in worse ways. And my wife is like a saint. Okay. And so when I told her, and she was just like, fuck that guy. That's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, but like I am concerned for Omnia. I'm hoping though, because domestic assault, felony theft, etc. Right? Which goes like he was arrested again over several charges. I don't know if he like broke back into the place and stole some shit and hit her or something, or if he was arrested for attempting to do it, or if
what about, because when I first saw it, I thought maybe he did it to someone else.
I don't know the details of this, right? My only thing is I'm really hoping that this motherfucker is in a prison cell or a holding cell awaiting trial, right? Because he's clearly out of his goddamn mind.
Oh, absolutely. And he's out of fucking line.
Oh, completely. And I don't feel like I need to reiterate this to my audience. I think you guys are all mature enough to understand this. Obviously, whatever your feelings are of Omnia, the shit that's going on right now is just substantially fucking more important than any of that other drama.
Dude, the shit's not cool. It's fucking serious.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Sorry, that's sore throat.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so like that's what I really want to talk about because I was like, what the actual fuck, right? Like I can't. I want to say I can't believe that they would let this motherfucker out, but I mean, of course they
The
did.
justice system works in weird ways,
I
unfortunately.
mean, the thing is, because I think he got arrested the first time for violating the TRO, and I
think he did.
I go like, if you have someone who's accused of domestic abuse, I understand that you can't just put them in a prison cell, right, and make them wait for trial, right, because they've been accused. They shouldn't have to stay in prison forever over an accusation, right? No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying in general, not the Kai thing. I think Kai like straight up beat the shit out of her.
I mean, you saw those bruises.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the defensive wounds too, right?
Mhm.
But like I look at it and I go like, in general, I understand that he can't just be put into the prison cell, and not let out, right? Because she accused him of domestic abuse and everything. But like, but like, if he then violates the fucking temporary restraining order and he's accused of domestic abuse, man, like I think that should just be like a go-to fucking jail card, right? Until your
100%.
fucking trial. Like I mean, that's insane.
No, because it shows that he's like, even when he's like on bail or something, he's not going to learn from his lesson at all. He'll do anything to just do. And the other thing is, who knows that he's just keeping it between like him and her with like the abuse. Like, what if he goes out and starts fucking doing it to other people?
Oh, dude, like, well, maybe he did. Like, because again, I don't know the details of why he got arrested again, but maybe he did. Like, the guy is insane. He's fucking nuts. Like, he's sitting there telling us all that he doesn't have any of Omnia's like social media and shit. Well, he's literally leaking shit from her accounts, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
accounts that
dude,
she no longer has access to because he has her passwords.
I know, like, dude, like you all like. I get. I get that there's probably nothing illegal about taking over her social media accounts, although maybe, but like maybe I'm pretty sure he did more than just the social media accounts, which is why.
Oh, probably.
But like this guy's fucking just
He's
dirtbag.
mental.
Oh, fucking insane! Just like increasingly fucking insane with this guy, right? I just for Omnia's sake, I hope that he is in a prison cell. I hope that she is feeling comfortable, because the thing is, let me try to find a way of saying this in a gentle way. If you're the victim of domestic battery, right, there's obviously the physical wounds. There's a lot of emotional strain and pain that comes with that, and it's not something that just instantly goes away, right? It really isn't.
Oh no, she'll be dealing with this for a long time, probably. Unfortunately,
that's typically how it is. Yeah, and again,
it's a painful reality, but
yeah, and again, I just want to make this clear, right? By supporting Omni, you don't have to like contact her and consistently like just bring up all the bad stuff and shit. Maybe
yeah, that wouldn't be helpful at all.
Nah, but like maybe if you see her
counterproductive.
tweet something, I don't know, put out like just drop a like, or fucking put out like a fucking video of like a fucking dude in a panda suit running around or something. I don't know. But like, I gotta say, sometimes, just spreading a little bit of fucking positivity on Twitter is not a bad thing. Like, I fucking love the little animal videos people like fucking do.
Oh, those are nice.
No, those are so fucking cute. Like, I'm being serious, like wholesome and shit. But like, yeah, no, like if you see her fucking around on Twitter and shit, don't like fucking go, hey, about your abuse. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Just like go like, hey, here's this fucking video of 2 fucking cats fitting into a sock. Like 2 little fucking kittens trying to fucking snuggle into a sock.
Oh, I've seen those videos.
Yeah, dude, right? Like, holy shit, I can not see that and just cheer up immediately.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, right?
Unless you're a heartless fucker like Kai.
Oh, dude, he'd probably see the 2 kittens trying to snuggle into the sock, and he'd be like, they're in my fucking sock, and he'd fucking like stomp them out because he's a fucking psychopath.
No, he'd probably think like, oh, I'm gonna take their food from them.
Yeah, oh my god, he did that, didn't he?
He did. He
took
took the food from the cats.
He took the fucking cat. He took women's clothing and cat food. And their money. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, he's schizo.
Yeah, he's fucking insane. Holy shit. I mean, Kai might eat the cats, to be fair.
Oh,
Kai
dear
might
God.
actually eat the cats.
As
Yeah.
much as I don't want to think about it, you're probably right.
Yeah, he'd eat the cats, then he'd give the receipt for when they got the cats from the fucking pound.
God.
And go like, I pay for our
Oh my God.
God
Gross.
damn. He's like fucking insane. I think that if Kai if Kai was not near Omnia, right? Kai would have had the biggest fucking mental break of his entire life like a year ago, right? Because he can't handle any type of controversy. I mean, he can't really handle it well, I should put, right? And I think Omnia was probably someone that was keeping him a little bit more stable, right? Because
because he probably took stuff out on her, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, Xylee and I were talking about it privately, and she's just like, judging by what she saw and what she heard about the situation, she's like, that isn't the first time he's beaten her.
I don't want to speak on it only because I don't want to talk about things that I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about. So, I can only say that that's anyways. Like typically domestic abusers it's not a one-time thing, right? Like the way that he beat her was pretty severe. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was something that had progressed over time. If you know what I mean, right? Like it starts with, them getting into a fight, him shoving her, him apologizing, saying he got heated or some shit like that. They get into another fight and he throws something at her or he hits her and he apologizes again, says he needs help, all that type of shit. And it just continues on again and again. And it just gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse. And you feel trapped because you've been defending this guy and he keeps telling you he's going to change and you love him, but he just keeps hitting you, right? And you keep wondering why he's hitting you. So you try to do different things to get him to stop hitting you. And he just keeps doing it. It doesn't matter what you do.
It's a very vicious and toxic cycle.
So I will say this. If you and Xylee came to that conclusion, I mean, that's been what my experience has been looking into cases of domestic abuse. It's usually not a one-time heat of the moment thing, right?
Yes.
There are times when that does happen, right? And it's still not forgivable. But if that's what happened between him and Omnia, I would have only seen one, maybe a couple bruises, right? But there were multiple blows in different areas. This guy was beating her very severely. This was not the first time, right? In my opinion, right? This is something that must have been building up over time. And we can probably relate it to his manic behavior and the
100%.
Stupid dramas that he gets involved in. Seeing him try to like drag Omnia into the shit that he was doing, like it makes sense to me because with the Repzion situation, right? I mean, recently, there was a comment that got like hidden in the held for review thing from Repzion. And I didn't see it, but it was like a month old. So I like posted on Twitter. And, he had said like, low key, a lot of things you guys were saying at the time, it was right. And it was even worse than what you were saying, the things that Maya was doing. And he felt like, I can help her. Like I can try to like fix this. I can try to make her understand. Oh no, she got involved in another drama. I'll write the fucking apology for her, right? Just so that she can get some fucking help. And she doesn't get help. And she just continues to fucking spiral down. And each time you try to help her, all she does is put her fucking claws into Repzion and keep dragging him into it. Now, to be clear, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Repzion or anybody at all, right? I think the abuse in Omnia's thing is much more physical than what was going on with the Maya stuff, right? Because the Maya stuff is like emotional abuse, right? Manipulation.
100%.
Like she'd get into this shit and then tell Repzion to come and back her up. Right. And that was one of the reasons why we kept going at Repzion, because we're like, your girlfriend is fucking insane. And then you go in and you back her. And like people are like, well, don't judge him on his girlfriend. I'll go like, I kind of feel bad that we were doing that because now I know that Maya was being fucking abusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she did
Yep.
hit him too.
Oh,
she
yeah.
did hit
Yep.
him too. Just to be clear, she did physically hit Repsion, right? I'm only saying that I think the Omnia beatdown is much worse than what Repsion was describing. But like, abuse from your partner comes in many fucking ways, and it lasts with you for a very long time. And typically, they just drag you down. They pull you into their fucking drama, right? They make you responsible for the shit that they started, right?
Yes.
I'm only doing this because of you. That kind of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
You see it all the
no,
time.
Maya did actually hit Repsion too, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of the abuse was mental abuse, and I get it, right? You know, Kai starts to spiral. Omnia fucking loves him. Omnia tries to, like, you know, defend him and back him up. You know, you know what probably was at first, right? And I'm not trying
What?
to like excuse everything, but I'll be open. My bias is much more in favor of this scenario, only because when I see someone getting hit, that's just how my brain works. I think it was Kai and Omnia actually really did like each other, really did love each other, right?
And that's what makes it even more sad, honestly.
Well, I'll put it like this: more. I think Omnia loved him. I think Kai.
Oh, I 100% think that.
I think Kai liked the safety and comfort and status of dating a, you know, pretty popular YouTuber. I think that's what Kai really liked, right? I'm not trying to be an asshole to Omnia, because like a lot of the times you don't see it. You really don't see that someone's just using you, right? And I think that's pretty much
I've
what's
been
going
victim
on.
of that too.
Yeah. So I think that's what was going on. But the thing is, you know, and it is the thing with guys, right? If you have someone who has no control over their fucking emotions and is a guy, you know, the idea of living underneath the woman in the relationship, I think for Kai, it really upsets him. Like, I honestly think it really pissed him off, because in the John Swan debate, you know, John Swan put Omni in the thumbnail, and Kai was fucking livid about it, right?
Yeah.
You saw how angry he was.
And
like,
I think it was because he was like, why is she stealing my spotlight?
Exactly. I think that's how his fucking brain worked, right? I think he figured, hey, man, I can date Omnia, right? She can give me all this clout, and eventually I'll just overtake her and then dump her ass.
Yeah, that is just psychotic.
I think that's what it was. But like, the thing is, Kai's a manic little crybaby. So like, Kai doesn't grow his channel because, you know, Omnia's, you know, without Omnia, like, I don't think his channel would even be where it's at now, or where it was at, right?
Mhm.
Like, all the growth, I really do think, comes from the, you know, being in Omnia's like shadow and shit. I'm not
100%.
kidding. And I don't think he can handle it. I think he wanted to outpace her. I'm speculating, obviously. I'm just being clear. I am. I think he wanted to outpace her. It didn't happen. He felt like even more of an inferior human being because a woman was doing better than him, right? And sure, yeah, no, he's for feminism and everything, but not really. Not when it's him.
It's a facade.
Yeah, that's really what I think, right? And it's like that fucking Stone Toss comic where it's like, predators come in many forms, the trapdoor spider, like, you know, and then it's like the alligator, and it's like, and other predators, and it's like a fucking dude at a feminist rally. You know, it's fucking like, you know, this is the fucking meme. I think, you know, the guy, like, you know, he can preach it, but I don't think he can fucking do it. I don't think he can live by it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Crows and Judge, I think Kai was being more like a vampire and trying to feed off of Omnia's popularity.
Oh, 100%.
Omnia had around 40K when Omnia and Kai started dating. Yeah. No, I really think it was that. I think he wanted to leech off of her. But like, I think that he thought that he was going to outpace Omnia, but instead Omnia just like blew up. And that
she grew with the algorithm and he didn't.
Because he wasn't doing the grind. Omnia was doing the grind. I mean, you know, all respect to anyone who knows how to do it on YouTube, right? Omnia did. Kai didn't. Because Omnia wasn't sitting there thinking, I'm just going to date somebody and feed and leech off of their clout. Omni was like, I'm a YouTuber, right? I have my YouTube channel. I do my fucking thing on my YouTube channel, right? And I'm going to be successful with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
And I
what you
respect
need
that.
to succeed on the platform. You need to have ambition. Omnia clearly has that ambition. Kai wants to be successful, but he doesn't sit there and think, if I work hard, I'll get it. He sits there and thinks, if I just leech off of somebody else, then I'll be like boosted up. And then once I'm already in the sky, I'll just be cruising. Yeah, so like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like I that's my thought on what probably his mentality is.
I
But
wouldn't put it past him.
But even if it's that, right? Even if it's that, or he really did love her, and he's just a psychotic little fucking freak show, and he can't stop himself from hitting women. I don't think it matters what his actual mental state that causes him to beat women is. Just to be clear,
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. I'm only bringing it up just to point out that Kai is one pathetic shrimp dick little fucking bastard. That's really why I wanted to go into his fucking mental state. Because fuck. All right. Final topic. Vaush and Hassan.
Oh boy. I know not a lot about this, but
oh yeah, I gotta just show you this tweet from fucking Kevin Dankula because it is pretty funny. It is. Hassan and Vaush have apologized for their language and have said some of their closest friends are white.
Jesus Christ.
That's kind of funny, dude.
Is this the result of Hassan being banned from Twitch?
Yeah, so, okay, I already kind of said it, right? I'm a guy who says that you need to play by your own rules. If you advocate for a fucking rule and you want everyone to live by that rule, and then when you are held to task on it, then you try to make exceptions for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not with that at all. Right? I don't like the over censorship, right? I personally, right? If you're on Twitch, I get it. The fucking platform says you cannot hurl slurs at people. You cannot insult someone on their immutable characteristics. That's the Twitch rule, right? Actually, let me show you like Bo Black's fucking channel because it goes into a bit more detail. He had this like intro from his video for tomorrow. God damn. And once we do this, I am going. What's this? Freeze on Piker, 12 p.m. during class. That's hilarious. Oh God, I just gotta find this fucking video. Oh my gosh, Christy Page! Holy shit!
What happened?
She took a shot at Ethan.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking play that for sure. What is this? Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna go to fucking Bob Black's Twitter because he pulled the fucking he retweeted a couple of the fucking things going on. The T channels are turning on Ethan. Ethan, shut the fuck up, my god. I have no sympathy for Ethan. He's literally involving himself with Trisha, got no reason. Jesus, man. That's good though. Mm-hmm. That's good. You know, I remember Christy Page is it the Gabby Hanna stuff? I'm sorry, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I know that she did the Bell Aubrey and everything. You know, she did the video or the stream, and a lot of people jumped in and supported her. I remember, there was some grievance within commentary from some people because she had accused Augie and I think somebody else of flat out being racist and shit.
Yeah, I think so.
And look, man, I'm all about people can improve. Okay, I've seen her have some pretty good takes from what people share around. I mean, she's probably still got some stuff that I would disagree with. I would imagine, probably.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, I don't agree with everybody on everything.
But if she's got really good takes now, just promote the good takes. You can sit there and bitch about stuff that happened in the past, but if she's
been having some good takes recently.
I got if she's improving and you agree with what she's saying, encourage that And more than likely, people are going to sit there and go like, well, hey, that's, people aren't yelling at me and calling me a bitch, right? Like, I'll probably do more of this because I don't want to be yelled at and called a bitch. Nobody wants to be yelled at and called a bitch, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's insane to me that people will be like, I don't like this person. So would they say something I agree with, I'm going to clown on them instead. Like, fuck off, man. Like, grow thicker skin. Jesus Christ. And then where was the other one? Okay. So she posted this video of Ethan, and I'm just gonna play it. I gotta see what she got. I'm gonna take a quick. I'm gonna smoke some weed while we do this and see if I don't fucking entirely kill my throat.
I don't want to talk about Trisha anymore, ever.
Sure, Dan.
I have a few more things to say, and we're done. Trisha will never be uttered.
12 seconds later.
Imagine Trisha right now trying not to make a video about this. Also, he had a crazy spout with Trisha.
Nobody asked.
Trisha stole her wedding from her. Yeah. So she got married. She was wearing black, and everyone else wore white, and that's what Trisha's doing. That's it.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Hila, every thumbnail would be like Trisha Paytas.
That's weird.
I know Trisha moved out of was this her old place before she moved? Oh, since we're talking about Trisha, is that a new Trisha drop?
Oh, he's obsessed.
Unlike Trisha, I don't monitor people's channels.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I don't have like 10 cars in my driveway like Trisha.
What was the reason, bitch?
He's dropping coal down Trisha's chimney.
What was the reason?
Gotta tip the beanie a little bit to Trisha, who hasn't commented on this yet.
I feel special.
To be awful, disgusting, freak shit. And then Trisha's like, I want that. Did she? Oh, she went vegan? Oh my God.
Wait.
To say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Okay, all right.
I mean, he is getting old.
Look. Me personally, I don't like Trisha. Right? I think she's like really gross and degenerate shit.
She sucks.
Yeah, she's terrible. But the thing is, I saw like the H3 people, like his entire community, going about how Trisha's obsessed with him, and Trisha won't stop talking about him. She needs to shut the fuck up, and Trisha's destroying their family. All this fucking like manic shit.
Yeah.
And fucking Christy Page shows up and goes like, "Here's him just not shutting up about Trisha and constantly bringing her up." like repeatedly over and over and over again. And it's kind of like, it sounds like massive amounts of fucking projection going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey Shay, how's it going? Oh fuck. I'm trying not to fucking die. But I just need to find this one video. I just gotta find this one video. Okay, so this is the intro for Bo Black's video tomorrow. And there's one part in here that's just so fucking good. We'll play it through.
Cracker is not a slur. Cracker is not a slur. Cracker is not a slur. Cracker is not a slur.
Is it? Is it not?
It's not.
So this is what I mean, right? Twitch's rule is not, you can say these slurs because we don't think that they're as offensive as these other slurs. It's straight up, you cannot attack someone based on their immutable characteristics. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Hassan, knowing that, right, continues to go on and just call people fucking crackers. And apparently he's been doing it for a very long time, right? Like if he knows or he suspects that you are a white person, this motherfucker, his very first response is to hit you with a racial slur. Like, I mean, Hassan,
that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, so like,
but it's Hassan Piker, so I don't care.
Well, Hassan's like a legit hardcore communist and a true fucking believer.
His
and
uncle's Chunky.
He's Chunky Yogurt's nephew. But like,
Yogurt.
look. Hassan, like, honestly, he is a true believer. He would, I mean, this motherfucker is the guy who will go to everyone's house and start knocking on doors, right? Like that's Hassan, but not because fucking he wants everyone to have like these safe, lovely fucking lives. No, absolutely not. Hassan wants to be a party fucking loyalist, right? He wants to live in fucking luxury and comfort. Well, the serfs go out there and like fucking go break some fucking rocks, right? Mm-hmm. That's Hassan, right? He like, I'll put it like this, man. For all the shit he talks about other people and crap, Like, if this guy had the ability, right, he would be in charge, okay? Communist fucking utopia. And there's a shortage, right? There's some type of food shortage, right? And Hassan is like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to these fucking farms, and I'm just gonna take all of their food, and I'm just gonna give it to these people who need it more. I'm gonna take all of these homes, right? That all these properties that are vacant that you're not using. I know you own the property. We're just gonna take it from you, right? And I'm gonna give it to all the fucking homeless people, right? And then he's going to sit there and go, I am a benevolent ruler. I brought on the communist utopia we've always wanted and wished for and praised. And then there'll be a dissident. And, one day that fucking dissident's going to show up and throw a fucking rock at Hassan or in his direction. And what do you think Hassan's first fucking action is going to be?
Oh, God. I don't even want to imagine that.
I know, right?
What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm kidding.
This motherfucker literally tiles the show like agitprop, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, like, he literally says, my show is fucking propaganda for communism. Like, holy shit, dude. How could I even, like, I don't get why people listen to this guy for political takes when he flat out says, my show is propaganda, right?
Like, I mean, if you say you're a streamer on Twitch, I don't think your takes on anything are reasonable and should be listened to.
Yeah, that's the shots, man.
I'm just being honest.
No, I think, dude, honestly, I think Destiny's a pretty decent streamer. He says some shit I really just can't wrap my fucking head around in terms of, like, how he comes to the argument. But for the most part, like, when people act like insane and irrational, Destiny's like one of the first people to actually call it out. These other people like fucking entertain it for the longest goddamn time.
He's not like your standard like PC political streamer.
No, he's like a true fucking leftist too.
Yeah.
I guess more liberal.
I'd say he's left-leaning. I wouldn't say he's like hardcore leftist.
Yeah, I mean, no, if you listen to his policies, like he is all in terms of the policies, right? It just seems like he disagrees on the methods being used. I guess it'd probably be the best way of saying it. I don't know if he would disagree with that. Like, I mean, obviously he's not going to advocate for a policy that, requires everybody to use proper pronouns, but like healthcare policy. That's what I'm referring to, or foreign policy.
Yeah. Get what you mean.
It's not?
No, of course not. White boys love fucking saying like cracker is the same as the N-word. Cracker is the same as the N-word, right? Cracker means literally whip cracker. It comes from whip cracker. So the power still is in the hands of the white person.
I thought that was
I feel like
kind
that's
of like
a stretch,
hilarious.
Whatever.
Well, I actually heard that it's from something else. I'll look. I actually pull up a handy dandy Google cracker slur definition. Because
here's the other thing. I just don't care.
I am actually fucking curious where it comes from, though. Like I've heard way too many people give me different explanations of it. He's informed by some residents of Florida and Georgia to indicate their family has lived there for many generations. Huh.
That's
Well, there we go.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it says over here. But that's like one of the first usages of the word. Here we go. The Ballad of the Bullet, Malcolm X. Okay, there we go. All right, it was Malcolm X. Yeah. So in his 1964 speech, the Ballad of the Bullet, Malcolm X used the term cracker in reference to white people in a pejorative context. And one passage he remarked, it's time for you and me to stop sitting in this country, letting some, I can't say the slur, senators. I'm kidding. YouTube doesn't care about any of this shit. YouTube's like, yeah, no, we're totally okay with you slurring white people. We don't fucking give a shit.
Yeah.
They're all in Silicon
Based
Valley,
YouTube.
YouTube. They don't fucking care what we fucking do. Okay, where was I? Okay, there we go. It's time for So Northern crackers and Southern crackers sit there in Washington, D.C. and come to a conclusion in their mind. They are supposed to have civil rights. There's no white man going to tell me anything about my rights. Yeah. So I think that was that the first time? No, 1947. Okay. So my Florida Stadium voted on the name for their athletic symbol. Seminoles was selected. Okay. Cracker. God damn. I don't think that it has anything to do with the fucking whip. Right? I it's okay. So literally it says over here, it's something about like it's got something to do with the cracker has also been used as a proud or jocular self-description in the past with the huge influx of new residents from the north. Cracker is used informally by some white residents of Florida and Georgia to indicate that their family has lived there for many generations. I mean, look, it looks like the white people called themselves crackers in Florida and Georgia in the South because their families have lived there for generations. And I mean, if that's the case,
all the power to them, I guess.
Well, no,
like I don't care.
No, stop. Redsky. Okay. If your family, right, lived for generations in the South around the time of the 1900s, they would have probably been the types of families, you know, they've been living there for generations that own the black people.
Yep, I know.
So I mean, like, I mean, he's probably correct. I mean, it seems a little bit more complicated than just saying it's referring to the people who hold the whip, but like, in a way, it's not wrong. I've always been wondering this, like, because when I heard this shit, I was like, you know, there's got to be more context to it, and there is apparently. The fucking racist slave owners apparently referred to themselves as crackers, or at least I guess that's the idea behind it, right? You know, I'm sure some of the families have lived there for generations. Not all fucking not all Southerners. Sorry.
Crow coming in with the shots.
I thought Crow's personality was angry boomer. I'm dealing with a very bad cold right now. Okay, so you're not getting anything angry because my throat hurts enough as it is, and I literally cannot yell. But yeah, okay. Look, I don't understand how saying that, well, they're referring to them as slave masters, and that's okay. It's okay to be a slave master? Like, is that what you're fucking saying, you stupid fucking bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking assholes? Oh, it's okay. It's okay because we're saying that you're the type of person to own slaves. So you shouldn't be offended by that. That's a good thing. The fuck you mean? No, it's a good thing because of the power. What, you mean the power to own fucking people? That's good to you? Like, I really want to say, like, I really want one of these fucking idiots to actually get pressed on it. But here's the thing, right? Here's how Hassan handles the argument. Right? You start to press him, and he goes, "Oh, this fragile little fucking cracker," and then fucking you get booted. Like, dude, just doesn't care.
Yeah, that's kind of how it operates.
I mean, look, his show is literally titled Agent Prop. It's a fucking propaganda show. You don't get to present a differing fucking opinion. Hassan's, it's literally in the fucking title. God damn. That's funny, though.
In that situation, whereas the N-word is dehumanizing.
Demons, no purpose, flour, cornstarch, crusaders, salt shakers, expired cheese, marshmallow, minions, unwhipped cream, garlic, goblin.
Okay, so his point was that the N-word dehumanizes people, whereas referring to people as the type of individuals who would own other humans and you know, physically beat them, that's okay. That doesn't dehumanize you at all. Yeah. Do these people ever listen to themselves fucking talk? Holy
no, because they're too busy with the echoes from the echo chamber ringing in their ears.
Yeah, like, here's the thing, man. I personally don't fucking care. Like, I really don't fucking care. I really don't fucking care. Like, there have been like fucking slurs that I've been called that I can't repeat because they include the N-word. Right? Like, that's how dumb this shit is. Even the slurs that I was called, I can't repeat because it would be offensive to somebody else and they'd eat my fucking channel in a heartbeat. Like, fuck off, man. Like, I just do not fucking care about this shit. I think it should all be fucking allowed, right? And if you're fucking offended by it, like, I think that you should just stop watching people's fucking videos and streams. Like, how is this so fucking hard for you children? right? Like, do you need daddy to come in and take away the meme channel because you're too fucking stupid to figure out how to click a different fucking link? God damn.
Obviously.
Like, that's insane to me. I need this channel shut down. It hurt my feelings. No, you need a fucking diaper, you fucking baby. God.
Yeah, and that's the problem is just because you disagree with someone, there's people who will go to those lengths and try to silence them just because it's like having a differing opinion isn't dangerous or threatening. Jesus.
Dude, I think it's hilarious, right? It literally says Cracker donated $5.
I know. I like that. That was funny.
It's just they are not white. They are. I didn't even know that there was all these fucking slurs for white.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of them. Some of them I didn't know. Like
I think Cornstarch Crusader is hilarious.
I didn't know that one. I knew about Ponk, melanin deficient male monkey, snow roaches, colonizers, bleach demon.
Dude. No purpose flower is actually kind of clever.
That no people will get clever with this shit all the time. That's the other thing.
Well, so here's the thing, right? And this is my this is how I will. This is my statement on the fucking cracker controversy.
The cracker controversy. Oh my god! I can't believe you said that. Oh my god!
I say that. Look, if cracker refers to the people that held the whips and cracked them, right? Then I just propose that we just make a new racial slur for black people, right? That isn't as offensive as the N-word, right? And you know, because the white people are called crackers who are cracking the whips, the black people would have been picking the cotton, so you just call them pickers. So dumb. Holy shit.
When people say pickers, I think of people who pick their nose.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, realistically. I mean, this is just the thing, right? Like, you know, slurs are just stupid fucking words people like fucking invent to go insult people, right? Like, you're never gonna fucking stop that. Holy shit. Like, I could literally just like go around just saying picker. Like, anyone could. And then once you find out what it is, what you're gonna do, like, that must be banned. They'll just make another fucking word. God, it's fucking weird, dude. Like, what? Are you that dumb? Do you not like all words are fucking made up? They'll just make up another one.
Yeah, it's like then you'd have, in order to stop it for good, you'd have to like ban cognitive function.
I mean, they're trying. Holy shit!
I mean, they
are trying. But like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't get me wrong. I let people just do their fucking thing. And you know, as a society, all we can do is tell people these things are wrong. But if they choose to do it, if they choose to be fucking assholes and pathetic and fucking losers, right? Like, nothing you can fucking do about it, right?
Yeah,
Move on. You got to be a fucking adult. Like, you know, what is it? Like that, the AA pledge, they have that like Serenity pledge. And it goes like, you know.
What?
Well, no, okay, all right. So it's something that it's like this whole thing, surrender to God, right?
Oh, that's weird.
Well, I don't want to like get into the whole thing with AA because I don't really understand it. But
that's fair.
there is a prayer that they do. I always find it like very fucking relevant for a lot of things, right? And not, you don't need to say God, right? But like,
yeah,
it's just something that you need to understand, right? You know, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? Like that alone, there's more to it, obviously. But, you know, that part alone, I think is very relevant for a lot of people. There's certain things you just literally cannot change about the world, right? Like you can try to, you can do what you can, but you exist within it, right? There's other people that exist within it with you, right? Just because you want something, the other person might not, right? Just because you want to be a good person doesn't mean the other guy's going to be a good person. Just because you think that you are doing the right thing doesn't mean the other guy's going to see it that way. In fact, you might be harming other people, but you're too stupid to realize it. I think a lot of people do that shit.
A lot of YouTubers too.
No, yeah. I mean, realistically. But like this idea that like, look at all the fucking slurs this guy just posted, right? Like, come on. People are going to think of something, right? Like, I'll be very clear, right? The reason why most people don't think of a different word is because the N word is so offensive that these racists will say it and just shut shit down, right? Like, it gets them attention, it gets the reaction. What are you gonna do? Like seemingly, like, you could like absolutely delete the word from their vocabulary. They could no longer say it again. You think that's going to stop them from just inventing another racial slur and throwing it in your face, right? So what are you going to do? Are you gonna like fucking? Do you want to execute them? Most
Some
of these
people
motherfuckers
might.
are dirt fucking poor, backwater cousin fuckers, right? Like sleeping with their fucking sister and shit, right? Like, I mean, we talking about like the KKK fuckers and shit. Like, who fucking cares what they do? Like, I mean, realistically, but I mean, their existence is so fucking pathetic. Just laugh at them. Like, honestly, just fucking laugh at them. It's like they're like convinced that they need to like end these people. And I'm like, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. I understand where you're coming from, but like their existence is so pathetic. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad. How can you not look at them and just laugh, knowing how fucking awful they are on the inside to match how awful their circumstances are? I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, realistically, I don't want like people thinking you can go and enforce someone's like mindset, right? Like, you can change the way someone fucking thinks about something by force is what I feel like we're getting very close to.
And it's very scary.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can see it with certain things already that have been happening. I don't want to get too specific for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But like, there seems to be this idea that if someone disagrees, you can force them to agree with you, right? Like, because you're so right and you care so much and you're doing so much good that you can force other people to go along with what you want. I am never going to be okay with that. I am never going to say that type of shit is anything someone should ascribe to. Like, it is bizarre as fuck to me. It really is. It's bizarre as fuck to me.
It's cultish too.
Yeah. So this is really all I wanted to show you in the intro was this part right here.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have like Hassan's reaction to it. Actually, let me play this reaction. That's kind of funny.
I get it.
You
actually, sorry, Pokemon. Fucking going, I get it. But like, here's the thing with Vaush and Hassan, right? Vaush advocates for censorship, right? Vaush understands he is going to get censored if he says the word, and Vaush goes on and does it anyways, right? Vaush doesn't then go around and say, this is so unfair. Twitch unban me immediately. I deserve it, and you are wrong. It's just whatever. Like, I advocate for censorship. I broke the rules, ban me, right? Like, how do I criticize that?
Yeah, no.
I disagree with him entirely, but like, he is willing to live by his fucking principles. Hassan, though,
he's holding himself to the standard he holds everybody else to.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, right? But Hassan, this is the guy who wants everyone to be fucking communist. The moment he breaks a rule, he tries to get an exemption for himself. And this guy wants like complete fucking control of the economy, the government, everything, right? I would never give a guy like this any ounce of fucking power because he clearly cannot live by the standards that he's going to set for other people. Obviously, he can't even take a 7-day suspension on Twitch. Vaush's suspension is permanent. Hassan's is 7 days, and he's been bitching and crying and moaning for the longest fucking time about this. Get over it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, sorry.
No, the power might go out. So
okay. Well, we're going to
do
this stream here. So, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Redsky's about to lose his power.
Yeah.
But like,
not my white power, by the way.
Yeah, not his white power, obviously. We couldn't run the show without enough white power, apparently. And obviously, I disagree and I disavow. Let me turn on the camera. I am as you can see, I look like shit.
Yeah.
Because I literally am this sick right now. I am an Arab person. We do not support white power on this channel. We do not endorse.
Oh
it.
God, you sound like you're gonna die.
I'm fucking dying right now. So guys, that's it for the stream. Good night. Bye bye.
Peace out, chat.